Welcome back, guys. We are here again, me and Mr. Pardo, with another 10th edition battle report. I'm so excited for this one. This is a big one. This is a grudge match of the ages, Thousand Suns versus Space Wolves. Yes, the Primarch Magnus will be here today, and hopefully we will have some vengeance for Prospero. So we are playing today, again, the new 10th edition mission to show you. We are playing Purge the Foe, which is all about killing as well as capturing, so that's going to be quite fun. And we are playing on this awesome ruined Imperial battlefield, really thematic. I think the Thousand Suns have invaded, and it's time for the Space Wolves to rout them out and see how it works. So today we have Mr. Pardo bringing the Space Wolves. He's running a Gladius task force, and it's quite an awesome list. He's got some Thunderwolves, some Skyclaws, a bit of everything. A really aggressive list as well. He's been telling me behind the scenes that he wants to run at me and wants to kill me fast. So I'm very tense about that, but we'll see how it goes. And I am using the Thousand Suns. It's the first time for me using them on the channel. I'm very excited. What happened was that we asked everyone in the team who wanted to play Thousand Suns, and nobody wanted to, because nobody wanted to learn the 9 books it takes for you to learn the rules of Thousand Suns. So it's been put onto me. But honestly, I love them as an army, and I'm so excited to play them. And I'm really excited to actually try the main man himself, the Primarch Magnus. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen him on the tabletop, so I cannot wait to actually face him. So yeah, awesome battle report. Everything is really exciting. And we will start with Mr. Pardo's list and see what he's going to be bringing to the battlefield today.
The Space Wolves have arrived in the SN studio at 2,000 points. I'm so excited. I would howl, but the howl will probably sound more like a Chihuahua bark than a howl, so let's not do any of that. Now, I am using the Gladius Task Force detachment and not the specific Space Wolf ones. Yes, probably some of you are going to be angry at me. Comment below, say you're angry about it and make it personal if you want. But personally, and I think a lot of higher competitive players do actually state that the Gladius Task Force is just so much better. The stratagems are better, the detachment rules are better. Especially, it feels like it's been built for Blood Angels and Space Wolves, just because you can fall back and charge in one of the turns. You can still get the Lance stratagem to get +1 to wounds. You can still advance and charge. So when you see this list, imagine all the things that can advance and charge and get stuck in straight away. So with that said, let's go straight in. Let's start with my Warlord, who is Ragnar. Primaris Ragnar, obviously. He is a mega boss when it comes to 10th edition. He hits hard. His special rule is actually advance and charge. So when he attaches to a unit, it gets really tasty. Then we have a captain with a jump pack. He's rocking a Relic Shield, which grants him a +1 to its wound. And he also has a Thunder Hammer for some damage to mortal wound goodness. Then we move on to, firstly, an Eradicator squad. An Eradicator full squad of 6. Obviously, for those new to Eradicators, they've taken a bit of a nerf, but they still reroll to hit, to wound, and the damage when they target vehicles and monsters. So Magnus is here, so hopefully I will be targeting him in this game. Then we go on to 2 Redemptors, exactly the same. They have the Macro Plasma, the Icarus rocket pods as well at the top. Again, this is one of the only Dreadnoughts that now has -1 damage inbuilt. So I think they pack a punch in shooting, and they are quite resilient. Then I'm taking 1 Invictor Warsuit. The perk they get is more for Phobos infantry, which I don't have, but they can forward deploy or scout move 8 inches. And again, they are a threat on the table, and I really wanted to try one out before actually having 2 of them in my Crimson Fist list. So this is basically a tryout for that unit. Then we move on to 1 Eliminator squad. So these guys are pretty good. They have precision shots, which is great for targeting characters attached to units. They also have devastating wounds if they don't move, and a +1 to hit, I believe, if they don't move as well. So if they don't move, which they normally don't, they are pretty tasty units. Then we move on to more specific Space Wolf units. 2 Thunderwolf cavalry units, 2 units of 3 to be exact. They have heirloom weapons, so even though you see lightning claws or thunder hammers on them, this one specifically has thunder hammers, they're still heirloom weapons. Strength 8, -1 AP, damage 1, which is pretty sad. But the Thunderwolf do have a very neat special rule where when they charge, all melee weapons, so this includes their teeth and claws from the wolves, become damage 2. So they are pretty good. Again, think about the Gladius Task Force. They can advance and charge on one of my turns, which is great. Then we have a unit of 6 Outriders, a unit I have been wanting to try for some time now. Again, probably use them with the Crimson Fists. No attached character for them this game, but I think it's something that you really want to look into, especially a Chaplain on bike, which gives them devastating wounds when they shoot at a unit, which is something that, again, is very, very tasty. More specific Space Wolf units now, a unit of Skyclaws. This unit is actually really, really interesting. A unit of 15 as well, which you can do with specific infantry units for Space Wolves. So I've gone ahead and taken 15 because I want to see how they perform. Obviously, they have jump packs. All of them have bolt pistols and chainswords, and the Sergeant has a power weapon. And then rounding up my list, we have a unit of Assault Intercessors. These guys reroll 1s to wound against any unit, not even if they charge, they just reroll to wound if I'm not mistaken. And if that unit, the enemy unit, isn't on an objective, they reroll all wounds. So they get pretty crazy when they go into specific units. I probably will be attaching Ragnar as well, so this unit will be advancing and charging, which is great to see. So probably the faster units will have the first wave of attacks if I go first, and then Ragnar will probably get there in the second. So it's really good and really fluffy as well for Space Wolves. So that is my list. Let's check out the 1,000 Suns next, and that's coming right up.
All right, on to the 1,000 Suns. As always, I'm a loyal follower of Tzeentch. So, what are we taking today? Well, first things first, we're going to start with dessert. Magnus the Red. Obviously, he is here today. I love him. He's my Warlord. He's great. He's such a force multiplier for the army, and also he's really hard to kill, especially in T-Suns. So, we'll see how well he does. I'm quite excited. Then, moving on to my characters, we've got Ahriman. Again, on foot today, but I think he's very good, especially he's probably going to be attached to the unit of Warp Flame Rubrics I'll get to in a second, so he's very good. Secondly, in the normal H-clue shots, we say, we have an Infernal Master, and I've paid an upgrade for him. So he has the, it's called Arcane Vortex. Basically gives his weapons +1 damage and +1 strength, which is really good on his Screamer Flamer. Basically he's throwing screamers at people, which is quite fun. Then I've got an Exalted Sorcerer on disc. And he is with another squad of rubrics. He basically has the upgrade called Lord of Forbidden Law that allows him to do 2 cabals in the same one in the same phase. Normally it's only 1 cabal per phase. He allows you to double up if you use it on his unit, which is really cool. And then thirdly there I have a Terminator Sorcerer, so a Sorcerer in Terminator armor, and he has an upgrade as well, the Umbralific Crystal, very good in order for you to redeploy and teleport around the board, all sorts of fun Tzeentch shenanigans. So, moving into the units, in terms of battle line, we have 2 10-man Zangors, just with the blades, with banner, and the instrument, because upgrades are free. And then in rubric squads, we have 3 squads rubric. We have 1 squad of just 5, plain, with a Soul Reap Cannon and an Icon, and they are going with the Infernal Master. We have a squad of 10, with a Soul Reap Cannon, an Icon. Again, all these guys just have regular Warp Bolters, and they are going to go with the Exalted Sorcerer, sorry, because he gives a 4-up invulnerable save to the unit, so it's nice to have that tanky 10-man unit. And thirdly, I've got a unit of 10 with Warp Flamers, so 9 Warp Flamers and 1 Warp Flame Pistol on the Sergeant. They're going to go with Ahriman. Ahriman gives him +1 to wound, and then with their innate rerolls to wound and Flamers, that is an incredible unit, and I cannot wait to see how they do. So that's the battle line. Moving on with what I have left, I have a unit of 2 Chaos Spawn, just to help me out and do some objectives. And then the last unit I have is a unit of 10 Terminators. We have 2 Hellfire Missiles there. We have 1 Soul Reap Cannon, and the rest just have Inferno Combi Bolters. Obviously, the Warp Smite on the Sergeant, and they will be attached to the Terminator Sorcerer. So every character's got a home, every single unit has a character, and I'm really excited to see how they do. One thing I was actually talking with Mr. Pardo is T-Suns are quite expensive. There's not really as much on the table as I've used maybe previously with the Tyranids, but every unit is really elite and really good, so I cannot wait to see how they do. So that's it. You've seen the armies, you've seen the battlefield, so now on to the match we go. Vengeance for Prospero. I'm definitely not biased.
The Emperor was right to censure you. To stop your meddling with the war. To send his enforcers to Prospero to punish your continued transgressions and not heed his wisdom. Look at you now. Look at the abominations you have become. Twisted, hateful creatures. The Emperor foresaw these events, knew it would come to this. His actions then are vindicated by the very presence of the heretical violations that now stand before us. You are an unwanted echo from a forgotten age, and the Space Wolves swore an oath that none shall hear your cries from the immaterial. The damned souls you have become serve no purpose other than to sow chaos and destruction. By the All-Father, we shall wipe all memory of your existence. Only in the old sagas of our victory will we recall the fall of the Thousand Sons.
And here we go! Both armies now fully deployed and ready for war. Sweeping engagement deployment,
Yes.
purge the foe mission,
yeah.
new deployment for me, new mission for me. So, very exciting times. Thousand Sons versus the Space Wolves, a grudge match.
Of course.
That everybody wants to see. And two armies that there's a lot of talk about. I think Space Wolves,
Yeah.
their specific units are quite good.
Thunderwolf
Cavalry, Thunderwolf Cavalry, exactly. And obviously the Mortal Wound spam from the Thousand Sons is wreaking havoc across the field already. So yeah, exciting times. Let's go over the deployment and show where the objective markers is. So
Yes.
it's a really weird deployment. It's basically from the halfway, and then you go all the way, draw a line all the way to one side, and then rinse and repeat from
All
that
the way
side,
here.
all the way that side. So the objective markers are placed very, very differently. So we've got one in the middle, no man's land, and then we've got one on each of our deployment zones, which is this one here and this one
Yep.
just behind Magnus there.
chilling.
And then we've got one a bit further up the field from our deployment zones, which is one is there and one is there. Now for not deployment, for the terrain, we're
Yep.
using everything as ruins, obviously. We're using the lips of the ruins as part of the terrain.
full
and
footprint,
obviously
yeah.
the full footprint in 10th edition, as they specifically say you want to use it, is basically we're using it as the area within it. So I'm just quickly going to show you here. So we're not doing from corner to corner, but we're using the footprint as if it was a rectangle
Yes.
or a square, which
Exactly.
is much easier for us and easier to measure as well. I won the first roll-off.
You did?
But you're younger than me by a lot. So I'm going to go through your deployment first. How old are you, 22?
I'm 22.
You know how old I am?
26. Definitely.
Yeah, more or less.
Definitely 26.
More or less. It's close. Okay, so
we are.
take us through your deployments.
Yeah, so obviously this is my first time with the T-Suns. Gonna see how they do.
Yep.
So I've got some of these angles in this flank here ready to try and contest that objective there.
Try.
I mean, there is some outriders there that may not allow them to.
6 outriders in one squad.
We'll
how
see.
exciting.
We'll see. Then we got the unit of 5 rubrics with the Infernal Master, who
Okay.
has the Arcane Vortex enhancement.
Yep.
Then into the main brick of my stuff, I've got the 10-man unit of Warp Flamers with the Araman.
Okay.
I've got the 2 Chaos Spawn and then Magnus on the front line, because he's Magnus, he's not going to be at the back.
Of
obviously.
course, yeah.
Then we've got the scared squad, shall I say? So I've got the 10 Terminators and the Terminator Sorcerer here.
Yep.
They have the Unbelievable Crystal, so I'm able to teleport
Perfect.
them and stuff. More Zangles, and then the last unit rubrics, the 10-man with the Exalted Sorcerer, and he has the I can't remember the name of the
The other
one.
upgrade,
But
yeah.
Lord of Forbidden Lore. There it is.
You've already explained it. People have probably
People have probably seen it.
Not skipped the introduction
hope
because
not.
that's the coolest part. And then Magnus himself.
Yeah, Magnus on the pretty much the front line, just ready to take
Yeah.
the brunt of your charge.
I want to charge him.
I imagine.
know I'm not going to kill him, but at least
sure he
taking
would like
couple,
to meet
a couple of wounds off would be really tasty. Okay, so let's check out the Space Wolves. First of all, before I forget, I've got the big unit of Eradicators in reserve.
Yes.
Because you can put up to 25% right now, right?
strategics.
In strategic. Probably that will change to half, I guess.
Yeah, because currently there's no actual rule about how much can be in deep strike.
Yes.
It's just 25 in strategic.
So at the moment, I've spoken to a couple of people
You
that
can
have
null
play
deploy,
tested, and they've actually said that technically you can null deploy.
Yeah, but I'm sure
that
they'll
will,
make it
chapter
50.
approved will change it. But at the moment, it's 25% of anything that doesn't deep strike.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, we have the first unit of Thunderwolf Cavalry. Behind, we have the first Redemptor. Then we have the Blood Claws.
Sky Claws.
Sky Claws. How many times have I made a mistake already?
About 7.
And more to come.
Oh, can't wait.
We've got the unit of Eliminators there in the central position, obviously.
Yep.
They're a good unit because damage 3 on their weapons with devastating wounds against characters. That can be devastating.
That's the name of the word. That is good pun
and then, little pun not intended, promise.
Oh.
And then we've got the second Thunderwolf Cavalry, then Victor Warsuit, who will be scouting 8 inches if I go first. Wherever I want, basically. Wherever he wants, he can have a little stroll. Then we've got
the cool unit.
The cool unit, so the Intercessors with the man himself attached to him, obviously, and
Ragnar Blackmane. Oh,
he's good.
He's good.
Constantly on a unit.
He's good now.
And he's good in combat as well, isn't he? He's really good.
Frostfang.
Yeah. Then we've got the big unit of Outriders, and in the backline again, my heavy shooters for today, because they are strength 9, I believe, only, but
they're still strength 9.
They are my strongest guns. You don't have that much. So
I have lots of like strength 4, strength 5 stuff.
When we played the Tyranids, it was quite different.
I had strength 12.
Toughness 12 as well, right?
Oh yeah.
It was crazy. Okay, so that is my list. I'm excited. I've gone full out. Look, it can go really badly for me. It can go really well. I am playing the Gladius Strike Force in case you missed the starts.
Cheeky.
And so I can advance and charge with all my army, which is great. And I'm looking at you, Magnus.
He's looking at you.
Okay, so that's everything. I think we have to go into the all-important, very important role for today, because you want me to go first, actually, because you've been a bit of a scary cat, typical chaos,
can charge
and
Magnus.
Obviously Aaron's a good player, better than me, and he has backline deployed, so I will be getting tough charges. Probably will still, but there'll be high charges, if any.
Probably Magnus, but that's what we want to see anyway.
Yes,
so.
we've done it on purpose, maybe.
Of course,
Okay, so I'll let you go first. You're the youngest again.
Oh.
Okay, that means that you will probably be going first. I've got the yellow dice today because they go with the.
I believe in
Space
you. You can roll a 6.
That's a 4.
We are going first.
I'm not happy and you're not happy because I wanted to go first, you wanted to go second. So it is what it is. Let's go on to turn 1 for the 1,000 Suns coming up next. Turn 1 movement for the 1,000 Suns now over. It's taken a long time because there's so much going on.
There's a lot to do.
First time as well playing the 1,000 Suns, so we have to be nice to the Wizards. Now, the Wizard playing the Wizards.
The Wizard, man.
The 40k Wizards. Okay, so first of all, let's go into your cards. Yeah. What 2 cards have you taken?
So I have got Behind Enemy Lines and Assassinate.
Ooh.
So Behind Enemy Lines not going to happen this turn.
No.
Probably not going to happen for a while, so I might discard that. Okay. But Assassinate.
What do you do? What happens if you discard
it? Get a CP,
yep, for those new Wizards in edition. Remember, we have to tell how it's played.
And T-Suns do like CP.
Yep.
Assassinate, I'm going to try and go for. There's a little spatial character there that we're going to try and get vengeance for Prospero on.
Already? That's so naughty. Okay.
But we'll see how that goes. That's what we do in the start.
Okay, that's the cards. Perfect.
Yeah. Then in the command phase, I chose for Magnus's sort of Crimson King ability, I chose -1 damage for him. So he's got -1 damage, quite nice.
Yep. It's great.
It's great. It's what he had last time.
Toughness 11,
but
isn't it?
with T11 and a 2-up save, 4-up invul, it's really good. And there's a lot of ways of keeping the 1,000 Sun Psychics alive.
Yeah.
So the next thing that happened was I chose, for my Cult of Magic, I chose Devastating Wounds for all my Psychic weapons.
Of course you did.
So why not? So now anything that's Psychic weapon gets Devastating Wounds, but it's really good, both in combat and shooting. Then what I also did was I counted up my Cabal points. So I ended up with 17 Cabal points for now. So that's what I have.
What you get? 2 for every unit?
You get 4 for Magnus, 3 for Araman, 2 for every character, and then 1 for every sergeant
unit.
Basically.
Okay. So do the Zangos get it?
No.
Okay.
But Zangos have a funny rule, which is at the start of my command phase, when I control an objective on a 4-up, they give me a Cabal.
They give you 1,
which
right?
is quite cool.
And the spawns don't give you anything.
No,
right?
they're just chilling.
Mindless. Things just running around.
Chilling.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go into your movement next, right?
Yes.
I think that's next. So tell us through what's happened, because some things have shan't moved, right?
Yes. So Magnus
teleported.
Magnus moved 4 and then 10 into the to try and probably get a charge on the Invictor.
Yep. I was tempted to Overwatch, by the way. Comment below if you would have Overwatched, but with the -1 damage, not a lot of firepower, hitting on 6s. Don't think it's worth it. I think it's better holding onto some CP and using them probably for defensive options.
Then in the command phase, I pulled up the Terminators. So,
Yep. So
they went into
from there
to here.
all the way there.
Yeah, and again, Pardo did think about overwatching, but with the bolters hitting on 6s and wounding on 5s.
Hitting on 6 is only 2 shots.
It's
I
not
do
a
have
lot.
twin links, so I'm rerolling
You got
two wounds,
wound.
but then I suddenly heard that they are toughness 5.
They are T5. Terminators are T5 now.
Yeah, which is great. So I'm not going to complain about that.
My rulebooks just moved up against the wall. These moved up a little bit,
Okay.
just to get in range of some shooting. The Zangors advanced up. They got 6. They basically just hugged the wall to be able to hold that objective.
Okay.
And everyone else basically stayed put. I'm again. There's a lot of aggro from the Space Wolves, so I'd rather just wait and see what Mr. Pardo does.
Yeah.
And that's that.
It depends how your shooting phase goes.
We'll
Can
see.
you whittle down stuff?
I have a plan. We'll see how it works.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So that's the movement phase.
Yes.
I think it's time we go into some shooting.
Oh yeah.
Starting off the shooting phase, we have the
Infernal Master.
Infernal Master. Okay.
Before that, I do have to say that at the start I did spend 15 Cabal points.
Wow.
So not Cabal.
Down to 2, right?
Down to 2.
Okay.
I'm saving those 2.
We're marking them. You can't
Down there.
cheat, guys. You
Here
can't
we
cheat.
go. So basically, just quickly before I roll, Magnus spent 9 Cabal points on Twist of Fate to
Okay.
turn off the armor saves of the Assault Intercessor unit.
Yep.
And then I spent 6 Cabal points on this Terminator Sorcerer here, so
Okay.
we could get a strat for free. And the strat that I've used is Devastating Sorcery, which means that whenever I make an attack with a psychic weapon, I can reroll the hit roll and the wound roll.
Lovely.
Because then I've spent my actual CP on
To make them
Sorcerer and Refusal to make them Strength 5 and Psychic.
So that blob of Terminators
We'll see what
is
they
very,
do.
very strong. And remember that everything has devastating
Every
wounds.
psychic weapon, which
Psychic
now
weapons,
is their
which
psychic
are now
weapons.
are, so the whole unit has devastating
Devastating
wounds. Yay!
Okay, so Infernal Master. So
Yes.
we are going to use his hazardous Focus Witchfire
Okay.
of his Screamer Invocation, and he is the one with the upgrade, the Arcane Vortex, which gives him +1 strength and damage.
Okay, cool.
So it's 2d6 flamers,
Let's go.
so 5.
5 in total. Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He auto hits,
Yeah, what's the range of it?
18. So
Wow.
just an 18.
Okay,
Then
nice.
he wounds, he's strength 7, so 3
Toughness 5 on the bikes.
to wound.
3 to wound, yes.
And
sir.
he makes one thing in auto 6 from his Glimpse of Eternity per turn. So we
Okay.
will turn this to be a 6.
Perfect.
so-
And you do that before or after?
It's after. It's once per turn. You can change the result of one hit wound
Perfect.
damage.
So it's even better.
So these 2 are 2 mortal wounds each.
Yeah.
And then just
Just 1 wound, right?
strength 7, so 2 wounds, right?
2 wounds, yeah.
At -2.
-2. Okay, so 5 ups here. And damage 1?
Damage 2.
Damage 2.
Yeah, because it's the relic.
Okay. So pass both.
So
I've
just
been lucky there.
4 mortal wounds.
And is it damage 2? So 2
Yeah.
more. Remember, guys, devastating wounds makes whatever the damage of that profile is into mortal wounds. So 4 mortal wounds. I will
Okay.
take this one off.
Okay, and then I'm going to roll to see if I hurt myself. No, we're good.
Okay.
Then we will shoot with the actual rulebooks in that squad. So we have a single, whatever it's called, Reaper Cannon thing.
Okay. Yeah, Reaper Cannon.
Yes, Soul Reaper Cannon.
So Reaper Cannon.
6 shots.
Okay.
3,
Let's
4,
do that
6.
first.
Hitting you on 3s.
And this isn't a psychic weapon, right?
No, but I get to reroll wound rolls of 1, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
And it just has devastating wounds in it because it's like an assault cannon.
Lovely.
So what's your toughness?
Toughness is still into the same unit, right?
Yeah, 5. So 3 to wound, rerolling 1s. So just 4 wounds at -1.
-1. Okay, so 4 ups. Damage?
1.
Damage 1. Okay, so 1 wound.
1 wound, very nice.
I'll just mark it with one of these dice, and then we'll change it up.
Then we have Warp Smite, which
Okay.
is 2 shots. It is anti-infantry 4 and devastating wounds. So
Okay,
hitting
is
you
it
on 3s.
infantry?
You're not infantry.
I don't think I'm infantry, right? No, I'm not infantry.
2 hits, strength.
Mounted.
Ooh. Strength 4, wounding you on 5s, rolling 1s. So 1 wound.
1
At
wound.
AP 3, 1 damage.
Wow, this was the
Oh, devastating wounds. So just 1 mortal wound.
just 1 mortal wounds. Okay, so down to 2 mortal wounds. 2 wounds on this
2
one.
wounds. And then we have 3 dudes that just have regular bolters.
Okay,
So just 2 shots each. So 2, 4, 6 shots.
perfect.
3s and 5s. Oh, want that again, ready? 5s rolling 1s.
Ooh,
One
this
wound,
one
minus one.
-1 again, right? No, goes
Oh.
through. Damage.
Damage 1.
Damage 1. So down to 1 wound left now.
Very nice. So that's that unit. Now
Okay.
we can move on to the big unit. Well,
So are the Terminators next?
Magnus is next.
Okay, so we'll do Magnus because that unit there's a lot of rolling, so we'll do that
That's
off
the thing,
camera.
there's so much.
They know what it does. Obviously, there's a lot of shooting output. Rerolling to wound, devastating wounds on 6s. So it's going to be brutal. So we can do that off camera, but let's see Magnus on camera.
Okay.
I think everybody wants to see him.
So, We've got Magnus. Magnus is just going to fire everything into that unit because it's cool.
Into
his unit, 24 inch range. So we will start with the Gaze of Magnus.
Okay, what's the AP on these weapons?
2 and 1.
And I don't have any armor save, so there's no point in minusing 1
You
armor
have
of
no
content.
save. You have no
I have
save.
no save, so there's no point in armor of content.
So
Okay.
Magnus is hitting on 2s with, he gives himself +1 to hit and +1 to wound.
Perfect.
So 3d3 shots. So that is 4 shots. Hitting you on 2s. And then he is strength 9.
So choose to
with +1 to wound, but choose to wound. So just, that's a cock dice. So just 2 guys dead, flat damage 3.
Yep. Zoink.
Zoink. Then Zinch's Firestorm. So this is d6 +3 blast. So that was when I targeted you, there was at least 10, right? So
Yes, so it's +2.
So +2.
Two more.
So d6 plus
Blast
5.
is different now. +1 for every 5 bundles in the unit.
Exactly. So d6 plus 5. So that is 9 shots.
Okay.
Hitting you on 2s again. Or full house there. And these are strength 5 with +1 to wound. So wounding you on 2s.
2 to wound, yeah.
And these are AP 1 but 2 damage and dev wounds but no saves.
So dev wounds, damage is 2.
Damage is 2 but no saves. So 3, 6, 7, 8.
These are damage 2 as well?
They're all damage 2.
They're all damage 2. Wow, okay. So how many is that? 8?
8.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The unit's dead. Just him by
Just
himself
Ragnar.
now.
We gotta come get him now.
Okay. Is there more shooting from him?
No, that's it from Magnus.
Okay, but you can split fire.
Yes,
some
I'll see
into
some
there.
that can be able
Yeah,
to see and
some.
stuff. Absolutely.
Perfect. So let's do that off camera. Like I
Absolutely.
said, he will be split firing because obviously he wants to try and take down him as quickly as possible. So let's do that. Coming back, we'll come back in a second. Okay, we are back, and that was devastating. But there's still things alive.
That was a nice pun.
Because
That was a
even
nice
though even though you have taken my armor saves, my saves off, it's armor saves, right?
you get your
So I
invulns.
do get my invulnerable saves. Thank God.
Ragnar.
So these are these are all 4-ups because he has a 4-up invulnerable save. Now, these are damage 2, these are damage 1. I'm going to leave Ragnar for last because obviously I want him to survive. 6 mortal wounds in total already dealt onto the bikes.
That'll happen at the end, yeah?
Which will happen. Is that still a thing?
Mortals
Mortal
at the
wounds
end.
at the end. Okay. So we go into here. First of all, we have 2 smites, right?
Yeah,
Warp
which are
smites?
AP,
Warp smites is it
warp
called?
smite.
AP?
3 damage 1.
AP3, so 6-ups. Damage 1. So that's an extra 2, which we're going to put in here, because then we're going to basically remove all the wounds. These are the normal bolters, which are AP1 as well.
damage 1.
Damage 1. And 4-ups here then. Okay, take off. So that is that amount of wounds more.
Okay.
And then these are damage 2, aren't they?
AP2 damage 3.
AP2 damage 3.
Hellfire racks.
So 2 of them go
So
through.
6 damage,
So
basically.
6 damage. Okay, perfect. So now we add everything together. So these are all mortal wounds. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So
Right.
let's do the mortal wound, these wounds first. These are all 1, right? So
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 on 1 wound, right?
Okay.
Then we do the damage 3 kills that one because
Yeah.
all the damage will
Other
go
one down
that
to
one.
1.
This one goes down to 1,
the
and then
mortals
the
kill
6 mortal wounds is 4 and 5.
There we go.
We did it in the end. Shake my hand.
There we go.
That was
Very
complicated,
nice.
but we did it. And
Okay.
my bikes are also dead. Okay, now we go on to these rolls. We're getting there. So these are the damage 2.
Yes.
4-ups. Both
We're good,
passed,
we're
which
good.
I'm good. That means that I do survive because he
Yes.
does have 5 wounds, which I'm happy about. Okay, here we go. 4-ups. Fail 3. Now,
Okay.
I did have a reroll. I would have rerolled if I needed to survive him. I should have maybe used Armor of Content on the bikes, but to -1 because your bolters would become 3-ups. But I just thought, like, with so many mortal wounds, so many rerolling to hit, rerolling to
Yeah.
you would have also rerolled 1s to hit because you marked someone with Magnus.
I forgot that
right?
with Magnus. Yeah, so
Yeah, but you didn't even need it. now.
Magnus would have got reroll once to hit,
Yeah.
so a couple he missed, but like
You
that was
did.
my
You
fault.
didn't need it. So, the excitement from using 6 Outriders in a game has vanished in turn 1, and they haven't even shot yet. Well done. Okay, that concludes your shooting phase.
That does conclude the shooting.
There's a charge for Magnus.
There is.
Going into the Invicta Warsuit.
Probably. What's the toughness of an Invicta?
Invicta is 10, I believe I said.
And he's a 3-up save, I guess.
Let
Right?
me double check. Because what do you want to go into? Both units or
No, I was just checking my profile. I'm pretty sure that I'm happy for Magnus just to go into the Invictor and kill him. So.
Yes, let me double check. Obviously, it's going to be the last I check. Yes, toughness is 8.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy to go into.
Okay,
the
so do you
Invictor.
want to roll before we cut off?
Yes, happily so.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da-da-da-da-da.
It is
At least
a 5. Okay, fair enough.
So we just will put him there because I can't obviously.
Okay, now I can use a strat to charge these guys in with heroic intervention, because now any unit can do it, but it can only do it when another unit has been charged. So that's been cleared, but it's not characters only. Now,
it's 2 CP.
how many? It's 2 CP, so I can't do it. So that's the end
If
of
you
that.
don't have anything that makes it 1 less or 3,
No. That's the end of that. We are back straight into the middle for some close combat action. Magnus going in, hitting on 2's 8 attacks.
6 attacks, 7.
7
even.
Okay, they go up and they go up.
keep going up.
The more I ask. Okay, so hitting on 2's. Yep, strength.
16.
Okay, so 2 wounds.
And devastating wounds in case it matters. So that is 6 mortal wounds.
Nice.
And then 4 at -3.
And 4 at -3. Okay, need to put this up a second. Okay, so 6 mortal wounds already. He does have 12 wounds, so 6 left.
Okay.
And how many wounds went
4
through?
at -3, flat 3.
4 at -3. Okay, so 6 ups here. Pass 3. And damage 3?
Damage 3 each.
So see 3, 6. He's dead. Does he explode? No, he doesn't.
He does not.
Okay, so that's it. That's him dead.
There we go.
And finish us off your turn, I think.
That is the end of my turn. Yes.
There's no more shenanigans of doing this, doing that.
No, we're saving our cabal.
Nothing's going to vanish and come back on the other side. I think
No, not right now.
Did you get any cards?
No, but I will discard behind enemy lines to get a CP.
CP for you. Lovely. Okay, turn 1 Space Wolves coming up next. Turn 1 movement for the Space Wolves now finished. Everything going in for the kill. I want to take Magnus down.
Oh, he knows.
That is a personal win for me after a devastating first turn from the Thousand Suns. Now, before we do anything, I'm going to talk about my cards. So, not very good ones. I've actually taken, not taken.
You've been granted.
Granted. Cleanse and Investigate Signals. So Investigate Signals is the one that you have to be within 9 inches of a table edge. So not a very good one for an army like this. And then Cleanse is the one that you have to basically, you can't shoot, you can't charge, and you basically do an action.
Are you going to be doing it on anybody?
Nothing.
You're not doing anything?
Nothing.
Okay.
No, nothing.
Fair
so
enough.
I'm probably going to discard Investigate Signals after. But I do need to pack a punch and do as much damage as possible.
You want to kill
Magnus,
Magnus,
so,
this
exactly.
turn, right?
So Oath of Moment has been given upon Magnus, because why not? And that's it. Movement-wise, I've just shuffled up to get within 18 inches of Magnus. Actually, I don't think I want the Fragstorm launcher, so I'm going to stay behind so you can't actually target him later on.
Okay.
Just move it a bit further back.
Yeah, no worries.
Then my Thunderwolf Cavalry, I've gone into the Devastator Doctrine.
You have.
Only because I wanted to get onto that objective.
that
I actually rolled a 6 on the advance, and that means that he can actually shoot with all of his weapons still. We've got the Jump Squad and my captain moving up into Magnus. We've got both of the Thunderwolf Cavalry also moving towards Magnus, trying to get the charge in. The only thing that was worrying me was that I know I was going to get overwatched as soon as I moved Ragnar. Now, if I moved them towards there, he wouldn't have done much. He would have died. He would have overwatched. So, look, I thought, and if I don't move, he's just going to next turn just shoot at him. So, I've just moved towards Magnus, and he's going to overwatch now.
Yeah. You think Ragnar was the first one to move. I want to try and get those assassinate points. So
Exactly.
Try and get a 6.
Right now, with no bodyguards, I thought let's go straight for him. Yeah.
Okay.
So, what are you going to do first?
We will start with the Gaze of Magnus. So this is 3d3 shots.
Lovely.
So that's cocked. So 4 shots.
4 shots, yeah.
6s. Oh,
it is 1.
Wounding you on 2s.
Yep. Ooh. Is this my lucky day? You do have a CP. Do you want to reroll?
I do.
It doesn't reroll, right? It's not twin linked to anything like that.
No. Okay. I kind of want to say you have a lot of your big attacks. Do you have any like melter things, or it's all like damage 3?
It's all like damage 3. There's no melter.
I will CP.
Okay.
Because I could have saved it for blanking a save, but I kind of want to kill Ragnar.
Okay.
So,
It is a
wow, he
one
won
again.
Oh,
Ooh, the gods are not happy with you.
Oh, the gods love me. D6 plus 3 shots. We're gonna kill him now. Boom, there's the 6.
Oh, he had to.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, that was a double one, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a double one.
Okay, so looking for 6s here.
Yeah, I'm trying to get one. Nope.
Which you don't
Oh,
get.
cocked,
Oh, that's a cocked one, yeah.
Hey!
Oh, cheeky.
Strength 5 plus 1 to wound is 2s.
Cocked again?
It's cocked.
That's a wound. Okay, and any more guns?
No. Just
That's
that.
it. Okay, what's the minus on this?
-1. So on your 4 up. That would kill him.
I'm
Damage
going
2.
to
Are
reroll
you
this
CP?
just
Yeah.
because
CP?
I want him to get into combat.
Come on, kill him. Yes!
Oh no,
The
that
gods
is a
are fickle.
2.
The gods are fickle.
And damage?
2.
Oh, I was going to say, is that damage 1? Oh, he is slain straight away, turn 1, and you get 2 points?
5 points.
5 points.
Getting a character.
It's true, assassinate. Lovely 5 points there.
Very nice.
Okay, so I have 1 CP left.
You have 1 CP and I have
1 CP left. Okay, so that's everything. That's the movement phase, command phase all over. Let's go on to shooting, and that's coming straight up. Starting off the shooting phase, we have the first of the Redemptors firing into Magnus.
Love it.
We're going to start with the Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon, hitting on 3s, rerolling.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
And this one has devastating wounds, by the way. So these are all misses. And here we go. Strength is 6. What
So
is your
5s to
toughness?
wound.
5 to wound. Rerolling. Can you reroll wounds, or like I can reroll everything? Can I fish for devastating wounds?
Yes.
No, I won't. Okay, so that's 2.
So 1 mortal.
and 1 mortal wound. Yes.
So 2 at minus.
2 at minus nothing.
2 ups.
No EP.
Okay, we take 1
Passes.
wound.
You take a wound because of the
mortals.
mortal
Yeah,
wounds. Okay, we've
15.
got the Icarus rocket pod, D3 shots. Is the big 3. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling. Strength 8, still wounding on 5s.
Yep.
And that is 3 wounds at -1.
So 3.
It has anti-fly 2 up.
You wound me on 2s then.
Okay, I've wounded anyway.
There we go. So 3 hits. We take
Take two wounds.
down to 1 because
Down.
Magnus takes
Yep.
only
How many wounds does he start off with?
16, so down to 14.
Lovely. Okay, I'm going to go with the Macro Plasma Incinerator, and I
There we
am
go.
supercharging it. D6 plus
Brave
1.
boy.
It is 3. Okay, hitting on 3. All hits, and strength 9.
So
Toughness
5, 11. So 5s.
Rerolling. That is 2. I do have to do my hazardous, which nothing happens. So 2 go through.
Minus.
Minus is 4, so 4 up in vulnerable
Vulnerable
saves.
saves.
Final
I
2. You
will
don't
use
have
my
any
free,
CP.
I have my free reroll for the 2 cabal points. that I
Okay,
used.
cool. Yep,
So
you're
I
going
got
to do it
one
now?
reroll, which I'll use now. Nope.
And you fail again, sir. So damage 3 comes damage 2, so that's
4.
4 wounds in total. Okay, my frag storm are out of range.
Okay.
So we're going to do rinse and repeat from this one. We're going to do it off camera. Just
Okay,
wanted
yeah.
to show what the
Of course.
guns do on each. And hopefully wound a bit more. Okay, we are back. And look at this. I don't know if you can actually see it. How many wounds is that, the wizard?
8 with your 4
Mr.
mortal
Wizard.
wounds you've done there.
Okay, so 8 left, and as Mr. Wizard has already said, 4 mortal wounds from the Gatling
Yeah, the
cannon, which
onslaught.
is onslaught, which is pretty good gun. No AP, but
But it's got the
devastating
it's
wounds
quite nice.
makes up for it. Okay, and then we've done a lot of wounds, which you've already put them over there, right?
Yes, so I've got to start
Okay,
rolling. So
yes,
these are 2 ups.
yes. And by the way, apart from the other Redemptor, we've also done all the bolt
Yeah, the
pistols,
pistols and everything.
from the assault.
But we've saved
squads.
the eliminators for you
We've
guys.
saved the eliminators just in case to show you what they do.
2 ups. We good?
Ooh, that was risky.
That's 2 ups. Yeah. All right,
Okay.
then this is 1 3 up. There's a -1 from the Icarus.
Yep,
We're good.
passes.
And then these are the 2 4 up invulns
Yeah,
from
and
the.
remember, I was re-rolling to hit and to wound with everything.
So 2 damage from.
2 damage from there, but from the macro plasma,
Yeah,
right?
there we go.
So down to 6. Okay, so on camera, I wanted to show the eliminators. Now, the eliminators have a rule which they get +1 to hit if they don't move, and they also get devastating wounds as well if they don't move.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm hitting on 2s here. All hits, and then strength is 5, so I'm looking for 6s, and but I'm re-rolling. And the 6s is the ones I want because they are damage 6, and everything
Damage 6?
that has damage 3, and everything that has devastating wounds, you do them
yeah.
the same amount. So fishing for 6s, nothing.
Damage 6. I was like, huh?
Come on, boys.
Let's go.
Sniper rifle to the face.
No.
Nothing. Okay, so that is all my shooting. I'm quite confident I'm going to kill him in combat. So
I would love it if you didn't somehow.
yeah, I'm not going to even roll for the charges because it's going to be pointless. So we're going to move everything in. I'll do the rolls on camera, off camera. Don't worry, I'm going to do it legally, and then we'll catch you back for the end of Magnus.
Oh, will we?
Okay, into the center of the battlefield we go. We're going to start off with the Thunderwolf Cavalry just because I want to show you its ability, which is Furious Charge, which grants me +1 damage to all my melee weapons. So that includes the teeth and claws, but
-1 damage.
-1 damage. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with the heirloom weapons, Thunderhammer heirloom weapons.
Thunderhammer.
It hurts my soul when I can't use my Thunderhammers. Okay, so I'm hitting on 3s here.
Okay.
And I'm re-rolling everything, thankfully. There we go. 1 miss. And now strength is 5.
So 6s.
So 6s to wound. Re-rolling. Okay, couple already there. And 6s to wound again. Doing nothing. And then we've got my crushing teeth and claws, which are 3 attacks each. So 1, 2, 3.
Crushing teeth and claws.
Hitting on 3s. Hitting on 4s actually.
Okay.
Then 1 miss. And 6s.
Oh, 3 more.
Re-rolling. Ooh, some more. Okay, so these are all -1.
So 3 ups.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, sir. 8. Can you pass them all? How many wounds left?
6.
6. Okay.
3 up saves.
3 up saves.
We take 2.
Take 2.
Down to 4.
Perfect. Okay, so rinse and repeat. What I am going to do, I'm going to do the captain next, just for you guys to see, because he does have a Thunderhammer.
Ooh.
So let's try him out, right? People want to see this. So captain has 5 attacks, and I am using the free stratagem because he is a captain, so he's using his rights of battle ability to give him honor the chapter, him and the units. So basically, they get the lance effect.
Very nice, very nice.
So until the end of the phase, melee weapons equipped by models in your unit have the lance ability. Now, a lance, you have to make sure, a lot of people are making mistakes. You only get lance when you charge.
Yeah, +1.
Also, if I was in the Assault Doctrine, which I am not, I would get a better AP to armor penetration.
Nice.
Okay, so let's do the captain first, because how cool would it be if the captain smashes his hammer in his face? Okay, so here we go. We are hitting on 2s.
Okay.
No, sorry, 3s, because it's a Thunderhammer.
All right.
All hits. And then my strength is 8. I do get +1,
So 5 to 4.
5 to 4s, yeah. Re-rolling. Oh, these are all mortal wounds, by the way.
He just takes 3, right?
He takes...
Because it's 2, but then -1 damage, so 3.
Thunderhammer, Devastating Truths, yeah, just takes 2.
So
how many is left?
He has 4, so he just takes 3.
Okay.
So he's down to 1.
Okay, but you do have to have 2 armor saves, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I hope you failed them, because how cool cinematically...
He's dead because of the sky.
Can we just say he's dead? The captain's killed him. Oh.
He's on 1 wound.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do all the rest of the wounds off. Obviously, I've still got a lot. There's a very, very high percentage that he dies, but we do have to do it, especially when we're playing against the wizard and all his magic, magic things he does, no one understands. So let's do that, and we'll come back in just a second.
Magnus shrugs off the initial weapons fire, his crimson hide crackling with warp energy, shielding him from punishment. With a thunderous roar, Thunderwolf Cavalry and Skyclaws slam into Magnus. Straining against his weight, their fierce loyalty to the Allfather drives him onward. Fang, blade, and claw tear into the towering demon Primarch, finally bringing him down.
Okay, we're back. Guess what? He died, but it did take me more than what I thought.
See?
So
he's taking the brunt.
He's taking the brunt, so he dies. Now, does he explode?
On a 6.
On a 6.
No,
that is
close.
a 5. He does
close.
6 mortal wounds as well, right?
D6, yeah.
D6.
It's quite a big explosion.
Magnus is out the table, and believe it or not, that is the end of my turn.
Yes.
No points for killing him, but victory, victory, I think.
Moral victory.
Moral victory, sorry, not morale. So yeah, no points for me for my cards. I will be discarding the corner one, which is investigate signals. So I'll discard that. Let's count up some points. And go into turn 2 for some more devastating, no armor save wounds. Movement over for the Thousand Suns, turn 2.
Yes.
Turn 2.
Turn 2.
Crazy. Okay, first of all, shall we do cards or command phase?
Cards first.
Cards first, okay.
So, I drew extend battle lines,
Lovely.
which means I have to hold an objective in my deployment zone and no man's land, which is this one and this one. Very
Perfect.
nice.
Okay.
And then engage on all fronts, which I'm not going to be able to do this turn. My original plan was I thought I would be able to move my spawn and then double move them.
Yes.
But even moving 8, they don't quite get over 3 inches.
Yeah, it's a bit too far away.
But I will keep it because that's something that I think I can do.
Yeah,
next time.
and it gives you some tasty points.
Exactly.
Okay.
Then I wanted to do this on camera, so I have 13 Cabal points left because Magnus is dead.
Ha.
But on a 4-up, and I get to roll for 2 objectives, if a Zango unit is on an objective and controlling it, on a 4-up, I get a Cabal.
They give you one more. So 2 or 4-ups, hopefully.
So 2
4-ups,
more
okay,
Cabals.
nice.
So up to
13. Not 15.
15.
15. Perfect. Okay,
Nice.
so take us through the movement phase.
Yes.
And do Cabal points, any Cabal points to spend now? No, right?
nothing in the movement phase.
Okay, so-
Basically, I'm planning on spending 1 for free, which we'll get into.
Yep.
And then I'm planning on spending a 6-1, a 7-1, and then saving the 2-1 now that I got the 2 4s for another save or something. So,
Perfect. Okay, so let's go on to your movement.
Yes.
Take us through.
so the Zangos stayed still.
I'll go on this side with
Yes,
you.
of course, thank you. The Zangos are chilling in their little house.
Yep.
These guys, the little Infernal Master squad, moved up just to get in range of the Thunderwolves.
Okay.
The Terminators moved their 5. They're ready to shoot and charge and do their whole thing.
Yes.
Which is going to be really fun.
Fun for you.
Fun for me. Maybe not fun for these. They killed Magnus. They killed our Primarch.
Yeah, Flamer squad
Yeah,
in the
they
middle.
moved up, and Aramon's moved as well, so he
Okay.
can get line of sight into the Sky Claws for no reason whatsoever.
Lovely.
The Spawn moved through the building. The Beast, they moved through 8 inches
Yep.
to hopefully help with some charges.
Okay.
This squad moved up as well. So I got the Sorcerer, and I've got a few bolt guns.
Yep,
and
they
stuff
have a
as well.
4-up invulnerable because of the
Because
sorcerer,
of the
right?
Exalt, Sorcerer,
And then these guys just stayed put.
they
because
just stay put, hold the objective.
That's what they're there for.
Zangos are there doing their thing.
Lovely.
So,
Okay, so shall we go into the shooting phase, or is there anything happening before that?
No, that's me for movement, so we can go straight.
Okay,
into
I can Overwatch because I've got 2 CP right now.
3 CP because
3
you
CP.
discarded and stuff.
Because I discarded, I had 1 from last time, and I've got 1 for this turn. So the only thing I could have watched is maybe this guy, but I don't think I can see these guys. So no.
Spawn,
Oh,
no.
I think I'm actually going. Problem is hitting on 6s is not good, but shall I risk it for Biscuit? I've got 3 CP. What I'm gonna do, if you don't mind, because they would move, right? Because
They
it's
would
done
move.
obviously
It's
every
done
time you move.
sequentially,
So
but
they
yes.
want to move out. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to. There's got the less firepower there is, the better. So off camera, I'm gonna shoot all of the Redemptor shots into him.
Okay.
Into them for 1 CP. I'm still down to 2, so that's good. And after that, we'll come back. Do your saving throws on camera and start the shooting phase. Okay, we're back. Only 2 wounds have gone through.
Yes.
Not the best of shooting, but 1 was a macroplasma. So if you fail, you're dead. 4 up.
4 up. On the guy in the back. Nope, he's dead.
1 is dead. Yay! And then we had a onslaught Gatling cannon
Yes.
shots, which is damage 1 only, so won't kill
And
him.
AP
But
0, so it's 3 up save.
3 up save, yes sir. With a wound
Oh, he takes 1.
as well. Okay,
we
so
go.
takes
This man
1.
takes
You've got some wounds
Oh
markers
yes,
there in the
thank
tray.
you very much.
The lovely tray of goodness.
Oh, all the stuff that's helping out.
Dun,
actually.
dun, 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 dun.
I do
Okay.
love it.
And okay, so now talk about all the cabals again.
Yes, so the first thing I've done is at the start of the phase, I've used Aramon's once per game ability to
Yes.
do a Cabal for free.
Yep.
And I'm going to do Twist of Fate for free to turn off the armor saves of the Skyclaws.
Lovely. Okay.
Then
It should be once per game, something like that. Please.
the fact you
Games
can do it
Workshop.
twice in a turn as well, if I
Jeez,
really
I
wanted
know,
to,
it's
is
crazy.
But these guys have Storm Shields, so I'm not going to do it.
Yes.
The next thing I've done is I've spent 6 Cabal points to give this Sorcerer is going to do again the free strat.
Okay.
So again, I'm spending 1 CP again, I'm doing the exact same thing, making their weapons all have Psychic,
magical powers.
magical powers, and then I'm making those magical powers real hits and wounds.
Perfect.
Then the third thing I've done
Because
is
you're paying for 1 and you're giving
you're paying for
free.
1 and I'm then doing
So
a
you
strat
can
for free.
choose basically. Okay.
And the next thing I'm doing is I'm spending 7 Cabal points
Yep.
from this Sorcerer to Doombolt at the Eliminators.
Ooh.
So just
Okay.
an 18, and I just basically get to it does 2 mortals.
Okay. Cool.
So shall I roll for it?
Shall
happens
we do
now?
that? Shall we do that one first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happens now. So I roll.
That's with the cabal, right? It's straight away.
This is a Cabal.
Okay.
Happens now. So this is just D3 plus 3 mortal wounds.
Ooh, so you can kill the unit if
On
you
a
get,
5
if you
or
get
6?
a 5 or 6.
No.
No, so
5
that is
mortal wounds.
5 mortal wounds. Okay. Nothing I can do because obviously there's no saves for that. So that's 2 dead.
Yep.
And 1 is down to 1 wound, which I think I've got a dice here. Yes, I do. So he's down to 1. So
Doombolt.
that was really good.
Doombolt.
Okay.
There we go.
Perfect. So, shall we start some shooting?
Now we're shooting. So we're going to start with this squad. It's just going to go into the...
Same unit as the
Thunderwolves.
turn 1 starting off. Into the Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Yeah.
Okay, shall I do anything there? No, I won't do anything there. All yours.
Have cover. Should I shoot the back squad? No, we will shoot that front squad.
Into the front squad.
Yeah, we will start with the Infernal Master again.
Lovely.
2d6 flamers. He will overcharge, of course.
And 18 inch range, right? So it's within range.
So 6.
Okay.
Then he is strength 7, so wounding you on...
Toughness is 5, we said, right? For the Thunderwolf. Toughness 6, actually. So still 3s.
We full rerolls because you're on an objective.
Lovely.
And he gets the rubric ability for reroll wounds.
Okay.
So we
One
have
miss.
3 at minus 2 to damage.
They auto hits, right?
Yeah, it's flamers.
Okay.
And then 4 mortal wounds.
Okay, 4 mortal wounds in total. They have 4 wounds each, so that's basically 1 dead. And 3 at minus...
minus 2 damage.
So 4 ups, yeah. 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 dead. So
And 1 down to 2.
1 and 2. And 1 down to 2 wounds already. Okay, and that's only 1 guy.
That's just him.
Disgusting.
His Screamer invocation. But
Okay.
does he blow himself up a little bit? He does not.
No, he doesn't.
He's
so.
very happy.
So hazardous, by the way, that was a hazardous
That was a
roll.
hazardous
If you roll a 1, if it's a character, you do 3 mortal wounds. If it's not a character, you just die.
Yep. So now the...
Unless you're a vehicle or monster.
of course.
Let's not leave that out.
So now the Soul Reaper Cannon.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s, so 2 hits. And then wounding you on 3s.
Is it strength?
Your toughness 5 or 6?
6. So 4 is 2 wounds. So
would
no
be
wounds.
fully rolls.
Full rerolls. Because I'm on an
Because
objective
you're on an
marker?
objective marker that I don't
Okay.
control.
So 1 wound. Minus?
Minus is
It's
1.
a 4 up. It doesn't matter. My invulnerable save.
Then we will go with Warp Smite from the
Okay.
Sarge.
Yep.
So 2 shots, hitting you on 3s, 1 hit. And these you're mounted, I assume. right?
I am mounted.
So wounding you on 5s.
5.
Rerolls. Nope. And then we'll go with the bolters.
Lovely.
So 2 shots each.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
6 shots. Hitting on 3s again.
Yep. And wounding you on 5s. Rerolls.
Full rerolls because I'm on objective again.
Yep.
Ooh, nothing.
Very
Okay,
nice.
so he survives.
Perfect for the charge. Just as
Lovely.
planned.
Yes, that's
Just as
exactly what you
planned.
wanted.
Right.
Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to obviously cut off probably because there's a lot more shots. Obviously, flamers have torrent as well, so they auto hit.
Yeah.
Ignore cover, which doesn't really matter. That unit is probably firing into something as well.
Yeah, probably the Thunderwolves.
Okay.
Maybe
So
the Terminator.
What I'm going to do, that's probably going to be firing into here. Now, before we cut off, I'm going to actually say that I will be using Armor of Content on
You
on
have
them.
no armor saves.
Oh, I have no armor save. So, what's the AP on the guns from over there?
Bolt guns AP 1.
Oh, if you want.
The Soul Reaper Cannon is AP 1 as well.
I've
The
got
Warp Smite's
CP.
AP 3.
I've got CP. So I might as well use Armor of Content on that unit
Which unit?
into the Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Just because...
I'm going to be shooting with a few things, so it makes
yes,
sense.
so whatever is shooting at one point, I'll probably use Armor of Content.
Absolutely.
For those, anything that has -1, I'll go back onto my 3-ups. I think that will make me a bit more happy.
Cool.
So let's do that. A lot of rolling. This is why we're cutting off again,
Yes.
but we'll come back for the saving throws. Like a flash, we are back, and all this pile of dice is actually only the Flamer unit. So quickly want to explain. It's D6 shots each.
Yeah, so each Flamer is D6.
Yeah. They
I've turned
reroll.
off your armor saves.
Yes.
Then I get +1 to wound because Aramon's in the unit.
Yeah.
And I get to reroll the wound roll because you're on objective mark I don't control.
Yay! Loads
So-
of yays everywhere.
3's to wound, rerolling the wound, and you'd have no save, but you did spend a CP to go to ground, so it's 6 up invulnerable save.
I love 40k, don't you? Okay, so here we go. 6s here.
I'll move
And
this for you. This is
I'll
something
roll
else
these
for
here
you.
first. Ooh.
That's 2.
And then I'll roll all these.
How many are die? Oh,
Okay,
you
so
saved
that's
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
10.
10 are dead already. Now, we also have this dice here, which is a precision shot
From
Magnus.
Araman.
From Araman, sorry. I do have a 4-up invulnerable save here, which is a fail, which it's D6, isn't
damage.
it? I'm going to reroll this.
You're CPing?
Yes, and I passed.
Oh, okay.
So, no D6 damage.
Okay.
10 dead,
Fair enough.
5
No-
left.
no
I'm
CP.
hating this. No armor saves allowed.
All right.
I think it's silly. Don't you?
Ooh.
What we're going to do next, we're going to do rinse and repeat because obviously we wanted to show this because then he could split fire now
fire
with other
now,
units.
this unit, this
so
unit,
we'll
split
do the next 2 units, which are the last 2 units to fire,
Before
and then
charges, yeah.
before charges, and come back in a second again. Okay, we're back again. Next unit firing now off camera. A total of 4 mortal wounds already dealt onto here. which was from
The Soul Reap Cannon did devastating wounds.
Yep.
And I think one from the Force Smite from the
exactly.
Sergeant.
So that's 2 removed already, and then we've got 7 -1 AP, damage 1.
Mix of the Soul Reap and the Bolters.
No saves, right?
No armor saves. You have
No
6 up
armor
involves.
saves. 6 up involves because I went to ground, and it's from every unit that fires at
Yeah,
it,
just
right?
a phase, right?
Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, and 1 more. So that is, these are all dead.
So and then the damage
Spills over. So how much does a captain have? We'll check. We'll just put the what is it? 1, 2, 3. We'll put 1 wound for now for him.
Okay.
And then it'll go the other way around.
Perfect.
And then we have 3 -2 damage.
D3.
D3. Okay. So 4 ups here.
You have 2 up saves?
Oh no, it's 4 up
You have
invulnerable
invulns,
saves,
2
right?
invulnerables.
Yeah. So 1 goes through D3 damage.
Okay. For 1?
Is just 1. So let's quickly check what the captain has. The captain has 5 + 1 for having a relic shield.
So 6.
So 6 wounds.
Down to
and
4.
Down to 4. Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so now we will carry on shooting. We'll do it on camera now because obviously we've done 2 units off
Yes,
camera.
of course.
Let's show the people what they want. Terminator's going in next.
Yeah.
They are going to probably split fire, aren't
Yeah,
they?
so the actual Thousand Suns leader guy
Okay,
is going to go into him.
perfect.
And then I'll put 3 Terminators into him.
Okay,
And the remaining 7 and the missile racks will go into them.
okay, let's do
Okay,
that.
into
Yep,
the 3
one
So
time.
we'll start with the Thousand Suns Sorcerer.
Perfect.
So he has 3 shots from his coruscating flames, and I get lethal hits from the squad. Again, I spent the CP to get rerolls to hit and wound. So
Okay. Because you already did it on them, right?
yeah, this is not
yeah,
a phase, but
yeah.
So he hits on 3s, so 2
Okay.
hits. And then this is anti-infantry 4, devastating wounds, -3 to damage.
Lovely.
So rerolling to wound. So that one still wounds because it's strength. No, it doesn't wound.
Doesn't
strength 4.
wound.
So
Okay, so
this
just
is
one.
just
Damage?
2 mortal wounds
2 more.
because it's anti-infantry 4. Sorry, no, anti-monster. So just
Okay, so
-3 to damage.
I do have a 4 up invulnerable
Yeah.
save, which is a fail. So
damage.
2 damage.
And then he has his Infernal Combi Bolter. So
Okay.
2 shots rapid fire 2, so he is not within 12. So just 2.
He's out. Okay, so just 2 shots.
2 hits.
2 hits, yeah.
And then winning your force with rerolls.
Both reroll.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Then the 3 dudes.
Yep.
So obviously we do the guys that are within reroll range. 2, 3 are within reroll range.
Lovely.
So 4.
6 shots, right? No, it's 4.
4 shots each.
Is it?
Make sure.
What are they? Do they
They
get
are.
2 shots?
They are. Infernal Combi Bolter is 2 shots, rapid fire 2. So
Okay,
4
so
shots.
4
each.
shots in
So
total.
12.
Wow. Okay. 12 shots from only 3 guys.
Yeah. Terminators
Amazing.
no longer get their normal rapid fire. They
Yeah.
have to be within half now.
Lovely.
So 3s, rerolling everything, and 6s auto wound. So these are just lethal hits.
Yep. Rerolling.
And then these are winning you on 4s
1 on 4s, yeah.
with rerolls. So these are 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, so that's. I'm going to do those quickly. 4 ups. Passes both.
Two mortal wounds, yeah. And
Yep.
then
How
and
many
then
wounds
it's
in total?
6 wounds.
6 wounds in total. Okay. Obviously, the mortal wounds will be at the end, but
Yeah.
I just quickly did that. What's your AP?
The AP is -1 from the Club.
-1. And the captain has. Does he have a captain have a 2 up save? Captains have. No, just a 3 up save.
So that's 3 wounds and 2 more
So
wounds.
3 wounds. He's dead. He's
Okay.
dead. Sweet. And the 2 all wounds I already saved for. So he's dead because he only had 2 wounds and a failed.
Fair
3
enough.
hit. Lovely.
So the remaining 7 guys, we will
Okay.
start with the missiles
into
into the squad.
the big squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 shots per
Now
missile.
he can see me because obviously
Yes.
there's a model on it.
You're touching.
So you can see through.
So hitting you on 3s with rerolls, that's a lethal hit. So 2 hits, 1 auto wound.
Yep.
Strength is 10, so 3s to wound.
Okay.
And then
Rerolling
rerolling.
because the whole unit gets it.
So
So,
these don't get the dev wounds, so it's
Okay.
just basically 3 at -2 flat 3.
but didn't you? They don't get the devastating wound. Didn't you put them on the?
Yes, but the Hellfire Missile Rack is not one of the keywords that get the.
Even if you put the unit in with, because
It's
certain
only
weapons.
it's combi weapons.
Combi
It also
weapons.
gives them strength 5, so it should be wounding on 3s, but I'll remember it for these guys.
Okay, so what is it? 3 wounds,
3 at -2 flat 3.
-2, so 4 ups. 1 goes through, flat
Down,
3. So
flat.
down 1 down to 1.
Perfect.
Okay, and what
Then
else have
the
we got?
bolters. So 2 within rapid fire. So that's because it's meant to bolter. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
16 shots. Okay, and that ends in the same unit as well.
5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12.
Have you got dice? Do you want me to lend you some?
14, 16, and then we'll do the sergeant's stuff later.
Okay.
Hitting you on 3s.
3s, re-rolling.
2 auto hit.
Yep, re-rolling.
Nice. And
Yep.
then strength 5, but still wounding you on 5s because you are T6.
Yes.
But re-rolling. So 1, and these re-roll.
That was a bad roll. Good you re-rolling.
All the 6s now, all the 6s,
Yeah.
all the mortal wounds. No, but
No mortal wounds again. Just
so
2.
5
Wow,
saves.
that was bad.
Yeah.
5 in total because you auto-wounded.
Yeah.
Minus
-1.
-1, so still 4 ups, yeah? I do have cover, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
so,
you do.
So,
So 3 ups. So 3 ups, yeah?
with the -1, you'd be down to 3 back to 3, yes.
Yes, so 3 ups. Yeah, because you basically ignore the AP.
Yes, exactly.
So 3 ups.
And
okay,
then we'll do
so
the
we'll
Walk
pass.
Smite from the Sergeant.
Yep.
So, Walk Smite, 3 shots here.
Okay.
And anti-infantry, but you're not infantry.
So what is it?
3s to hit, re-rolling. And then wounding you on 5s. with
5's
rerolls.
2 wounds with rerolls, okay. 1 wound.
So
1
1
wound.
-3, 1 damage.
-3, 1 damage. So 4 up. The
You're good.
6, the passed. Okay, so they actually
We will need some
survive.
charging.
Yeah, they actually survive onslaught of shots. So you want to charge? You're going to
Yes.
charge into obviously the closest guy, right? Okay.
The spawn are going to charge here, just to get in there.
Yep. So do you want to do spawn first? Yep. Spawns a go.
Spawn to go.
Okay.
So base you here,
Yep.
base you here. And then here, we are just going to charge, I think, to the closest guy or anything else.
Okay, not risk it.
Yeah, no.
That is a 4. Ooh, I think you have to
5?
reroll.
I can't
You did
reroll.
a 6,
I
right?
can't reroll. Within, yeah, I need a 5, so I won't reroll
Okay.
again.
Okay, so
We
he
good?
survives.
Yep.
Okay, so spawn into battle.
Yes.
Let's see how they do. Into combat we go, starting off with the spawns.
Yes.
So here we go. How many attacks do they have?
D6 plus 2 each.
D6 plus 2 each.
So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 in total. Okay, do they hit on 3s?
4s.
4s to hit. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hitting
Nice.
you on 4s.
Okay. No reroll to anything, right?
No, no, no.
Okay. Ooh, look at
Sixes
that.
would be
All
cool
those
if
sixes.
there was something cool that happened there.
Auto wound or something.
Would
What's
you
the
5, strength 5.
strength 5? Toughness 6 or 5 to wound, yeah?
Like?
Do you reroll anything?
No, 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 no.
Okay.
They're just spawn. They're just tagging you up.
Okay, I like this. I like this. Time to smash back.
Go on.
So, Thunderwolf Cavalry hitting on 3s here.
Yep.
And I miss a bit, tired of using the shield to block off all those shots. And my strength is 5. Your toughness is?
Is 5.
5, so 4s.
2.
Just 2. -1.
So
on
5
these.
up and 5 up because they have a 5 point of pain.
Okay.
So fail both, but 5 point of pain. 1 damage.
Okay, how many wounds do they have?
4.
4. Okay, so 3, 6, 9. These are the teeth and claws. Hitting on 4s here. And strength is 5 as well with these, yeah?
Oh, nice.
So that is 2, 3, 4.
Minus.
Sorry?
Minus
-1 as well.
5 ups. And 5 point of pain.
Yep,
We take a wound, so down to 2.
down to 2. Okay, that finishes off the turn.
Yes, that does.
I do have to take a battle shock
In
test
your command
next
phase.
turn. What we'll do it quickly now so people can
Okay,
see.
battle shock for these guys.
So my battle shock, my leadership is 6.
So you're battle shocked.
I'm battle shocked.
And
I am.
for this guy,
And this guy, yeah, as well. 5, 6, they're
he's
fine.
fine. So
Yeah.
just the Thunderwolf.
Just the
is a bit
Thunderwolf
scared.
Cavalry. So basically, I can't use any stratagems or anything like that. But
Yeah.
and I'm not in combat, so I don't need to fall back.
I get extend battle line.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, cool. Let's go on to my turn 2.
Coming in next.
Crazy. Turn 2 for the Space Wolves. Not a lot left, but what is left is very powerful. Of
course.
If I'm missing myself. Maybe. So, Redemptor, first of all, Oath of Moment has been done onto that squad because I'll be shooting a lot into it. Then, shuffled up with these, I've brought in the Eradicators from reserve on that flank. This flank, so you can see it properly.
There they are.
The Redemptor has moved up. I'm now within range of the unit of Zangors over there, and I am within range of the unit of Flamers in there. So, apart from the Fragstorm, which is 18 inches. Now, going back and into my cards, I do have Cleanse, which has to be done by any unit, right? Doesn't have
on
to
the
be
objective, right?
on the objective. So I'll probably do it with this unit because I'm not going to
He's
basically
battle shocked. Can you do it if he's battle shocked?
Oh, he's not. I have to check that.
Check what it says.
It might. I'm okay. I'll check. So that was the card from before. And then I've got, I did bring it down, which unluckily enough for me, obviously, there's no vehicles or monsters anymore. So I discarded it in my command phase for 1 CP.
Yep.
So I have no CP this turn. And I got Overwhelming Force, which basically I get CP, I get victory points, VP, not CP, for killing a unit that was holding, starting an objective.
Either of the Zangles, basically.
Either of the Zangles, exactly. I have scored points for holding more than him, so I got 4 and 4 more for holding. Hopefully I kill something this turn as well, so get another 4 more. So look, points-wise, it's not that bad, but we shall see how it goes. I haven't actually, I was about to use the Tactical Doctrine, but as soon as I moved, that Flamer unit auto hitting me is very scary, so I have to stay put. I just have to stay put, nothing I can do there. Even when I charge, they'll probably have to do something. So we'll check if the Battle Shock unit can actually
whatever you would say
cleanse.
on the card, I think.
And apart from that, we can go straight onto shooting, and that's coming right up. Okay, we checked. Battle Shock can't actually do a cleanse, so guess what? He's not doing anything. Okay, we move on to the Redemptor. We're going to move on to the shooting phase. Yes. You have used a Cabal point.
Yeah, I've used my 2 Cabal points on this sorcerer for, it's called Weaver of Fates.
Weaver of Fates,
So any psychic unit with an 18, so these 3 would be able to use a reroll save, just like Magnus.
Just one, right?
Just one reroll.
Okay, so we go into the Redemptor. We're going to go into this unit. We will be, obviously, over moments, so rerolling all hits and all wounds.
Very nice.
Let's start with the Fragstorm launchers. So 2d6. It is 5, 6, 7, 8. How many? I killed 1, right? So there's 9
4, 5,
now.
6, 7, 8, 9. There's still 10 because of the Sergeant.
Okay, so I get 2
the
more.
character.
So 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 in total. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling. There's a both. Perfect. All these I get. And then strength 4, toughness 4?
Yeah, toughness 4.
Okay, so 4s. Re-rolling. They do have twin linked anyway, but both allows me to do it anyway. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8 wounds to start off with.
Minus.
No minus on the Fragstorm.
Okay, so 3 ups.
Do you want to roll here?
Ooh, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 wounds.
1,
nice.
2, 3, 4, 5. There we go.
Okay, they have 2 wounds each. 1 was wounded already.
1 was wounded back.
Okay, perfect. Okay, that's a good start, isn't it? Lovely. Okay, next we will go. Oh, I've stolen your dice. Do you want them back?
Yes, please.
You're being nice to me, so I'll give them back.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, next up, Icarus rocket pods. Number of shots is 1. Is this blast? No, it isn't. Okay, so hitting on.
Not that.
Not that, but I reroll.
Not that
Which
either.
is not that either. Okay, then we've got 12 shots. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
12
7,
shots
8,
from the
9,
big
10,
ones, 12 shots?
11, 12. It's the heavy onslaught. Ah, no, I have to have.
It's 6 shots, right? The small
It's
one?
the 8 shots. 8 shots. It's the, I've been doing 12 actually. I think I've been doing 12. 6. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been doing 12. 2, 4, 6, 8. It's the smaller one. It still is blast. No, sorry, it still is devastating wounds, so I'm happy about that. And it is strength 5, not 6. What did I shoot at?
Magnus will be only on 6s, not 5s. It's fine. It's okay. When we destroy you, it'll be even more bittersweet.
Okay, so hitting on 3s. There we go.
And still 3s.
3s to wound. Shall I go for mortal wounds? It does have no minus. Let's be cheeky. Let's go for mortal wounds. Oh no. One mortal wound.
One is dead.
One is dead,
But then
and
one
one
is
save. Yeah.
Which is a fail.
Which is a fail.
So
Okay,
won't be
so
done to
another
one
one. Okay, and then we've got the macroplasma, which I'm not going to overcharge because it's damage 2 anyway. So the EP goes down, the strength is still 8, so I'm wounding on 2 still. No, let's go for the normal thing. So it is 3, 4, and there's still how many? Shots?
It's at the same time, right?
Okay,
you
so
still
2
get the
more.
2.
So 3, so 5 in total.
Yeah.
There we go. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling. And strength 8, choose. Rerolling. Ooh.
4 involves.
4 involves. Yeah. 4 ups.
1
Okay,
dead.
damage 2. That's another one.
The
dead.
one guy dies.
Okay, so that's all of them. Let's go into the Eradicators. 1 shot each going into them. Obviously, they don't have their special rule, but they have oath, so it's more or less the same. Hitting on 3s. on this, and wounding, strength 9, so wounding on 2s.
2s, rerolling.
Rerolling, thankfully. Okay, so that is 5 wounds. Yes,
5
sir.
rolls. With a reroll of these be. So I will might as well CP reroll this one because it's the last one.
One
Well,
of them.
not CP the
Yeah,
battle reroll. Nope. So 3 die.
Is this the free one? No.
Yes.
This is the free one. Okay.
I'll use the free one. Yeah. So
Perfect.
those 3 guys die.
Okay, so D6. It's D6 though.
Oh,
I can roll.
okay.
I can roll 1 because the melted roll is within. So how many went through? 3.
3. So just in case you roll.
So
any
just in case I
ones.
roll a 1.
No.
That's 1 dead.
Dead.
That's 2 dead. That's 3
There
dead.
we go.
Okay, not bad. So that is. They are battle shocked, which is a
Well,
good thing.
they might be.
Might
have
be.
to roll in the command phase.
Now I don't know if to actually do some. Let me have a think. Redemptor number 2 are going to go into the Zangors. Basically, I want to get overwhelming force and try and get some cheeky 3 points. So we're just going into that. Hitting on 3s. 3 misses. And strength is 5. I'm doing it properly now. So 3s to wound.
Yes, times 4.
Guess what? I failed 4 times. There's just 1. No AP on these, so 5 ups.
5 up save. No, 1
1
is,
dead.
1 is toasty.
Not enough. Icarus rocket pods is 3. Does Icarus have?
No, it does not have blast.
Doesn't have
We did
blast.
it
So
earlier.
3 shots. Hitting on 3s. What is going on?
Cannot kill the goats.
And strength is
Right, T4. You cannot
8.
kill the goats.
8.
Oh, T4. Then yes.
It
Icarus
is.
is 8? Oh, damn.
Yeah. AP minus 1.
6 up. You kill a goat.
Yay! Okay, and then we've got the macro, which I'm not going to go for the big one because I
Oh.
don't need it. It is 6, and how many? There was 10, right?
There was 10. So
8 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
rolling that big numbers when blast feels so good now.
Yes, it does. So these are misses.
And then 2s to eradicate.
2s to eradicate. And that is 5 eradicated. How many left?
1, 2,
That's sad.
3.
I failed so many. I thought I was going to kill them easily.
So we have 3 left.
3 left. Oh, they should have all died and I would have gotten that. I didn't. Okay, so that is all my shooting. Not enough.
Are you going to do a charge?
Look at Magnus over there.
Hello, he's chilling. He's chilling.
He's chilling.
He's having fun. He's in the warp. He's having fun.
He's
He'll come back
chilling
later.
there. Okay, so charges. I don't think I'm going to charge because I don't want to get overwatched.
Sounds good.
So guess what? Oh, I'm gonna charge him.
Him into.
Oh, but then I'm gonna fail. I'm gonna move out of that. Do I charge? What's the charge? Do you want to measure for me?
Whew. Yes.
It's a long charge. What do I need?
10.
A 10. So tell you what, I'm
Are
gonna
you going
let the dice decide.
Yeah, Amunio is unlike 5s.
Do you
There's no
want
over-
to
Amunio
overwatch?
5s. There's no
Okay.
overwatch.
So let the dice
Go on.
decide. A 10.
a
That is
9.
a 9. So no, it doesn't get in. Okay, so we go straight into combat, which is
I hit you first.
these guys first. Yeah.
This
Before we go into the fight phase, actually, I forgot Mr. He's
Sniper
sneaky.
man.
Look at him. His coat is doing his work. So I'm actually going to go into the same unit
Okay.
and hope for the best. So 1 shot is a hit, and strength is 5. So doesn't wound.
Right. You have Oath Moment.
And I do have Oath of Moment. Thank you very much. That is a 4. That is a wound.
What is the. I guess your precision, right? So the character.
It is precision, so I'll go into the character.
What's
Why
your
not?
set? What's your-
No, actually, I'm not going to go into the character.
Okay.
Because I can't kill him. Because it's damage 3. How many wounds does he have?
He has 6 wounds.
6 wounds. So I'm not going to kill him. So -2 on the normal guy.
4 up involved. He's good.
He's passed. Okay. Perfect. So you want to
Yes. So
attack with your Gribblies?
D6 plus 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's see if you can take that wound off this time round.
It would be nice to kill that guy before he can hit back.
Yeah.
Hitting you on 4s. Ready?
Okay.
Look at that amazing roll.
Ooh, they're
5
tired. They're
So I need-
tired.
So I need 5 to wound.
They don't like
Oh,
dogs.
it's a wound.
They don't like wound.
-1, 2 damage.
-1, 2 damage.
gonna fail it, he's gonna die.
4 up.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead.
That's all you need.
Okay, so I strike back with the rest.
Oh, by the way, I forgot. In your command phase, my spawn heals D3 wounds.
Ooh,
So he's back up to 3.
lovely. Okay, so this is the normal heirloom weapons first. That's a miss. So
You're tired now.
I'm tired as well, yeah. We're all tired here. Strength 5, 3 wounds at -1.
So 5 ups by 5 ups. And 5 up in the pain. So down to 1.
Down to 1. Okay, can I kill 1?
You
We
might.
shall see.
And then you
3,
have 2 doggies.
6. 2 doggies with the teeth and claws.
On 4s.
Hitting on 4s.
On 4s.
And 4s. Strength 5 as well. So isn't it 3s?
5 ups. Toughness 5.
Oh, time to snipe. Okay.
And then 5 infinite pain. You indeed kill a spawn.
Ooh,
One
and
is down to 3.
And one is down to 3.
Which will
Nice.
heal instantly in my command phase, so let's
Okay, is it battle shocked?
I don't have to roll. It's under half, so you can't battle shock him.
It's not under half, right? So
You have to be under half, so you can't
Yeah,
battle
so you
shock him.
can't. If it's 2 in the units.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the end of my turn. I guess a good turn-ish, more or less. But I'm really scared of all the firepower because it's basically rinse and repeat. You're going to ignore. You're going to take off
Yeah.
my armor save. You're going to start shooting. But it is what it is.
We'll see, we'll see.
Let's count up some points and go into turn 3. Turn 3, movement over. The wizard doing his wizardry things.
There's a spell,
happening.
big spell here.
Oh, is this like we haven't had any spells? We've had too many.
We've come up with a spell now.
I don't need more. Okay, so first of all, command phase,
Cards.
cards.
So, I got Bring It Down as well.
Okay, I discarded one of mine, by the
You
way,
did, you
which
discarded-
was off common. Which one was it? The don't remember which one it was. I've stayed with overwhelming force anyway.
Perfect.
So it's the one. It's the one for the action in the middle.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, that one.
Cleanse, right?
So yeah, cleanse. There we go.
I've now drawn.
Which one have you got?
Cleanse and Bring It Down.
Bring it down. Lovely.
Almost
Okay.
as ever too. Yes. So Bring It Down. We have a plan for a potential Bring It Down, even if it takes 2 turns.
Okay.
Then Cleanse. I have my Zangors on cleanse duty. So they are
Yes.
cleansing because they rolled for Battle Shock. They initially failed, but there's a banner, so I get to reroll.
Lovely.
And they passed.
Okay.
So they're doing the cleanse and that action there.
Yeah.
Not able
because
to do it on 2.
it's objective markers
In no man's
no man's land,
And
and this one's one of
mine's
them.
up there. So they're there, and they just move there. These guys stayed put to not be overwatched.
Okay.
These guys stayed put to not be overwatched. These guys stayed put to not be overwatched. The spawn fell back, so if you want to shoot him, you can.
Okay.
And then these terminators just move forward as well.
Lovely.
So they're all ready. Now, the plan, because
Yes.
we'll just kind of go over it, is I rolled for both angles again, and I did, in fact, get the other 2 Cabals on a 4-up, so I'm on
Lovely.
15.
Okay.
So my plan is I'm going to spend 7 on Doombolt, and I'm going to try and Doombolt the Eradicators.
Okay.
Then I'm going to spend 1 CP to give him rerolls to hit and wound, to try and kill
Okay.
another
Who's
couple
him? That's the sorcerer.
This is
there.
the Exalted Sorcerer.
Okay.
Then I'm going to spend 6 Cabal points so that they could do the same strat,
Okay.
so they get full rolls to hit and wound.
Lovely.
Then I'm going to spend 2 CP to give their psychic weapons indirect and ignores cover. And then I'm going to spend the last CP to give all their bolters
How many
psychic
CP
weapons.
do you have?
3.
3.
And I get through the 4th one but for free.
For free. Okay.
So the plan is that they are going to shoot into your dread.
And you're gonna ignore the
Ignore
armor save?
no, you'll still have your save, but I'm going to fist for mortals.
Okay, so no one's not ignoring armor saves this
No.
turn.
That's 9. I'm not going to do this turn. You have invulns there, and I can't see you with an 18 there. Of a
Okay,
psychic
it
unit.
has to be within 18.
It's a psychic
okay.
model, yeah. But it's just trying to get as
Don't
many
you have a
rolls.
psychic here?
He can't see you.
Okay, but if you would be touching, you
I have
can,
to be
right?
wholly, I have
Wholly
to be
within,
right?
okay.
See through?
Okay.
I assume it's the same thing for that side,
Yes,
right?
yeah, for sure.
But basically, I'm just going to try and get some 6s, see what I can do.
Okay.
Because my weapons get indirect fire. And the missiles will have to go into them. And then these guys are just going to try and flame with rerolls.
Which will probably
kill
kill
some
them.
stuff.
He's dead anyway. That
Oh,
one
there's
won't
somebody
die.
who's dead.
Father Christmas, he's dead.
Father Christmas has deceased.
Yeah,
Sadly.
he was killed, sadly.
Killed in action.
Okay, perfect. So, shall we go into shooting?
I think we should.
Okay, let's go. Here we go, starting off with Doombolt into the Eradicators.
Yes.
Same as what the Eradicators felt before, which was quite painful. Okay, here we go.
So, I roll, and it is a 5.
Okay.
So D3 plus 3 mortals.
D3 plus 3.
So 6.
6 in total. Okay, they have
2
3 wounds each, so 2 dead.
have died. Doombolt.
Okay,
And then he will just shoot you.
as well.
Yes. And as I said, I spent 1 CP so he can get full rolls to hit and wound with psychic weapons. Which
Lovely.
Is his thing.
Okay, let's do this.
So he has Arcane Fire, so D6.
Yep.
Flame hits. 1.
Just one.
Hitting you on auto hit, sorry, but wounding you on 4s rerolling.
Rerolling because you just spent your Cabal. Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay,
Then that's him done, but we do have the Sorcerer guy.
yes. What is he doing?
What is he doing? That's a good plan. Just 2 shots.
2 shots.
1 hit.
1 hit, okay.
And then you are an infantry, so wounding you on 4s with enemies. 1 mortal wound.
1 mortal wound.
There we go.
Okay, we'll mark it up with 1 wound marker, so 2 left on one of them. Okay, so that's them fired.
Yes.
Who else is firing, sir?
So now we're going to go. These guys are
Okay.
going to flame into these 2.
Okay.
Yes.
And have you used any Cabal points on them?
No. Just
No.
flame you.
Just flame me.
We're just flaming you.
Don't need to do anything,
No,
right?
we're just flaming you.
Only see they are...
Ignore cover -1.
And they're not devastating wounds, right?
No, it's just flames.
But can you give them devastating... Can you make them magical, or is it...
No.
It's just
war
a
flames can't be magical. Just
combi, right?
anything that's a bolter, basically.
bolter, okay.
Inferno, combi bolter, Inferno.
Can you... Okay, and the rest have it. The rotor kind of has it anyway, devastating wounds, so doesn't matter. And the missile rack doesn't have it, right?
The missile rack doesn't, but they can't
Okay.
take missile racks anyway.
Okay, cool.
So, flame it into you first.
Yes,
This
number of
number
shots.
d6. 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 27, and 5, so 32.
Okay, let's come some dice and wound roll. Okay, let's see that wound roll. Wounding on...
4s with rerolls.
4s with rerolls, okay. Oh, so many reroll. What's the reroll? The reroll's from?
Because you are on the objective, I don't
Oh,
control.
that's what it was from, yeah. That was what... So good, that.
It's so good.
So good, especially that you have to get up close and personal with those flamers. And they also hit as well. Ignore cover as well, right? Do they ignore cover?
Yeah, and Araman gives him +1 to wound.
Yeah, which is great. That's a great little perk.
There
So
you go.
I'll roll these. Minus?
-1, ignore cover.
-1 ignore cover. So I have 4 ups, right?
Yep.
So roll those. So that is...
1 dead.
1 dead already. And then I still have to roll all these. Let's move these out of the way. And he's dead.
He's
and
dead.
I still have 3 more, which I'm going to roll for you guys to see. And he's dead
2.
again.
All dead.
Okay, so these guys are dead. And now we do have the Terminator unit and the unit in the of Rubikai in the back.
Yes.
Who are they shooting? Are they shooting
They are
into
not
him?
going to shoot because I want to charge him to get on the objective.
Okay.
So they're just
Fair
going to
enough.
stay there for now. They were just a backup squad.
Okay.
This-
Now some of them are ignoring line of sight,
Yes. So
right?
they're all, so basically any psychic weapons, I'll just read out the strat for you.
Yeah,
because
read it out. Read it
I've
out.
spent 3 CP.
I'm very interested in this.
I've spent 3 CP. I've spent a 6 cabal point. So the 6 cabal points just allows me to reroll hits and wounds with psychic weapons.
Okay.
I've spent 1 CP for ensorcelled infusion to give their bolters, the infernal combi bolters, bolt pistols, all that stuff, strength of 5 and psychic.
Okay.
And I spent 2 CP. So until the end of the phase, each time the actual psycho model, so it's only working on these 2 guys.
Lovely.
Stand
Yeah.
up,
On the character
on
and
the character
sergeant.
and the sergeant, because
Yeah.
they're the actual psychers.
Yeah.
They get indirect fire and ignore cover.
Okay.
And then they benefit from the rerolls and stuff like that. So it's
Amazing.
just to
Okay.
try and hurt the guy. for a
Shenanigans
bit.
everywhere. Okay, so what are we starting off with? Are we gonna... Everything's going... Does that mean that everything is it ignores line of sight?
Just the 2 guys.
Just those 2 guys, and they are... And the rest can fire into whoever can see only, right? Into
He's
these
not lone
guys.
operative, right?
He's no lone operative, no.
Yeah, so the
Now,
rest-
if you add a Phobos librarian,
Then he can't be shot. unless
they
it's
can't be
18,
shot,
right?
so
Or 12.
they become like lone
Yeah,
operative.
that's really cool. So
Okay.
we will start with the Thousand Sun Sorcerer.
Let's do this. Into the Redemptor, right?
Into Redemptor.
I don't have any CP, so no armor of content or anything like that.
So
Let's go.
You are -1 to hit, so I'll be hitting you on 4s
Okay.
with rerolls. Oh, 1. And then your anti-vehicle 4-up with devastating wounds.
Lovely.
Mortal wound. So that is 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds
But you
already.
are -1 damage, right? So just 1 mortal wound.
Oh, it's true. It does that. Is it for mortal wounds as well? Nice. Okay, so just 1.
Then his bolter.
Okay.
Rolling.
Yep. 1 hit.
1 auto wound.
1 or 2
with
wounds.
lethal
Yeah.
hits.
Minus.
-1 ignore cover. but
Okay, that's
you're
fine. Yeah.
Right. Then the other dude, who he just has the warp smite with 3 shots on 4s, rerolling 1 auto wound, and then this one is anti-infantry, so I have to actually roll 6 to wound with a reroll.
Okay.
There we go.
Ooh.
So 1 mortal wound,
Yep.
and then another one at -3 ignore cover.
Okay, so 6 up. Ooh, he
Oh,
gets it.
very nice.
Lovely.
And then
Okay,
we'll do these things into them.
Okay, let's just. Do you want to do a couple because he's only got
We'll
one
just do
wound?
the missiles. To
Now I
like,
do have stealth, which we forgot before, so -1 to hit.
There'll be
on him.
-1 as well.
Yep.
Oh well, I hit you with Doom Bolt, which is not a minus to hit.
That is very true. So there's no minus. Yeah, it's just
So,
auto hit, isn't it?
4s to hit. And let me just check. I think it's just when they make an attack, it gets reroll. Yeah, the unit makes an attack, reroll the hit roll, but it's only for the psychic weapon. So these don't, but the others will have rerolls.
Okay, so 1 hit.
1 auto wound with lethal hits.
1 mortal wound.
1 auto wound.
Auto wound with lethal
Yeah,
hits.
-2, 3 damage.
-2, 3 damage. So 5 up. 5 up. Yeah, that's fine.
There we go.
He is gone.
Nice and simple.
Okay, and now we're gonna do a charge.
We are doing a charge.
So charge into obviously the last Thunderwolf Cavalry.
5.
5.
5 again.
He's going to move in. I'm going to just remove the Thunderwolf Cavalry because there's no
Okay,
point.
yeah, that's
because
fine.
they're pretty decent in combat, aren't they now?
They are, yeah. So they have 3 attacks with the Kopesh,
Yeah.
which are strength 5, -2, 2 damage.
Okay.
And then the sergeant has a force weapon, which is psychic, so it does mortal wounds. Strength 6, -1, D3 damage.
Just going to roll some dice so people to stay happy at home. There we go. He dies.
He
every
died.
time. Okay, so we'll move him, then I'll remove him. So it's obviously you can't place models onto the objective. That's a new rule in 10th as well.
Yes.
And that finishes off your turn.
Yes.
Not a lot on my side. We're going to count up some points. I'm going to have a little think, see if it's worth it for me to try and grab it. There is also a chance for me to do a gambit.
Of course
but
you can
they are
gambit.
very, very difficult, especially when you are low on units. It makes it even more difficult. So just something to think about. Gambits, there's a thing. And yeah, that's the end of me. Let's have a little think and we'll catch you back in a second. We're back. Turn 3 Space Wolves, and I thought about it. am scoring quite well, and I am a Space Wolf. I don't want to give you the benefit of winning with 1,000 Suns against them. So look, let's try some stuff, right?
Okay.
I think what it is, I can get into combat, I can shoot, can get some secondary points as well with cards, so it's interesting. Then at the end of this turn, maybe I shake your hand, maybe I don't, we shall see. And you have to stay and find out. Exactly, so first of all, Oath of Moment, I've oathed this unit as well, and that is because, actually, what would I go first? The cards would come first, right? Before Oath of Moment, before the command phase, yeah. So, I got Assassination, which grants me 5 points for killing, so that's why I oath that unit. That makes sense now. I still have Overwhelming Force, which I'm going to stay with, because I can actually get some extra points for killing those horsemen, goatmen, sorry. I always say horsemen, and DC hates it. So, and that's something is that these cards are great. And the best thing is that when you start the game, you have like 10, and I have 2. So it's very easy.
1, which is Magnus.
Don't be I didn't want to hear that. Didn't want to hear that. Okay, so let's go on to my points. I did score 4 points for holding an objective.
Yes, you did.
I'm looking to kill more than you.
I've killed 2. I killed your
I need
Eliminators.
to kill 2 so you don't get an extra 4 points.
Yeah, I killed the
Eliminator, and you killed
I killed 3. 2 different Thunderwolves and the Eliminators.
That's true. So it's going to be very difficult. But I want to kill something just to get an extra 4. So the Redemptors moved up. I've had to stay a bit back because I want to fire at the Goatmen and then charge into this unit because why not?
Goatmen.
And then Eradicators and this Redemptor have just moved up. I could have gone into the Soul Doctrine, but if I advance, I can't shoot. If I advance, I can charge, but I can't shoot. And I think having the charge range still in my depth and so much shooting coming from the Redemptors, there's no point. Now, Overwatch, Mr. Wizard. You will be overwatching. You will be making my brain hurts.
I'm overwatching your Eradicators. Try and kill a couple.
Okay, let's do this.
So, Exalted Sorcerer, auto-hitting Flamer.
Okay.
4.
There we go.
Strength 6, so winning you on 4s.
Yep.
Rerolling 1s. Are you within 3 of the objective? Doesn't really matter because I just rolled 4 wounds.
Yeah, I should be anyway, because that's the point, basically.
So there's 1 that's just mortal wounds, and then 3 at -2.
3 at -2.
And then the mortal wound I do after.
Okay, so, and damage on these?
D3.
D3 each. Wow, they're so powerful. Okay, so I failed them all.
Okay, so the first one does 2, so kills the one that's on 2 wounds.
Second one?
The second one does 3.
Kills 1.
The third one does 1, and then the mortal wounds do 2 mortal wounds. So kills 3.
3 in total. Okay, so...
And then we will go with the regular man.
I'll stay with the one on the left, because that is the one that was on the objective.
Then we have the regular man.
The regular man. So this is Overwatch. It's disgusting.
That was Flamer Overwatch is ridiculous.
Oh,
he needs to hit.
And so many mortal wounds as well. It's just silly.
That guy didn't hit, but the Flamer did.
Okay, so I still have 1. And he's oathed, so he's probably the one that's going to do the job. Okay, so with that said, that is the end of all the silly business of these wizards, 40k wizards of the future. And let's go on to shooting. Okay, first Redemptor starting off the tuning phase, trying to finish off the Goatmen. There's 3 left, right?
There's 3 Goatmen.
3 Goatmen. I'm going to shoot everything into them, because why not?
I will use my 2 Cabal for the free reroll again, and I'll use it on this like just, you know.
The free Cabal.
Yes.
Okay,
it doesn't
so 3,
matter
6, 7, 8, doing the Gatling cannon properly now. Hitting on 3s. Okay, misses with these, and then strength 5, so still
3s. Oh, 1 is just dead.
I'll reroll that. And these 2 are misses.
1 is just
so
dead.
1 is just dead because of mortal wounds, and -1 on these.
Minus, I thought they were the AP0.
Oh, it's AP0, sorry, yeah, AP0.
5 ups.
So that's dead. So I score Overwhelming Force, which grants me 3 VP or a maximum of 5 if you do it on -1. So 3 VP there. Okay. The rest of the guns is just gone. I didn't want to risk it. I know, guys, I know I could have fired the macroplasma into there, but I just wanted to get some points, and I've also taken him off an objective, which is very important. Moving on to this side, let's go into a different angle here. We're going to start off with the Eradicator first.
Very nice.
So he's oathed, so hitting on 3s, re-rolling. It's a hit. Is a wound, strength 9.
Yep. So 4 up.
Is a save. And then we go into the Redemptor again. So 5, let me get some more dice. 6, 7, 8. We're going to start with the Gatling Cannon first, hitting on 3s. Re-rolling.
Very nice.
Strength 5, so 3s. Re-rolling. And I'm going to re-roll all of it.
Okay. That was an interesting move there.
Okay, 3s. 3, no EP.
So 3 up saves.
Yeah, I was just fishing for 6s.
Kills one dude.
Ooh,
And then
3
drops
2s.
him down to 5.
Okay, that was interesting. Icarus rocket boards. Here's the 3 shots. Hitting on 3s. And strength is 8, we said, right? In the Icarus rocket boards?
Yes.
So choose 2 wounds. There we go. -1.
So 4 ups. -1, yeah. 4.
Was it -1?
I will reroll.
Icarus rocket board -1, yes.
Damage 2, you said?
Damage is 2, yes, sir.
So I will reroll one of these.
Okay.
Yep, so it takes 2.
Takes 2, down to 3. Down to 3 left still. How many wounds does he have?
6 to start with.
Wow, okay, interesting. So we next have the Macroplasma. He has 3 left. There's no -1 damage or anything. I'm just going to overcharge.
I have a strat to make a damage 0,
Okay,
but there's no -1 damage with that.
with 1 dice, right?
1 failed save.
1 failed save. Okay, so I'm going to overcharge, because why not?
Why
D6. Here's the big 6. +1, so 7. 3, 6, 7. Hitting on 3s. I think he's dead now.
Could be.
Rerolling. You do have a 4 up, right? Invulnerable save.
Oh,
I'm missing
could be now.
those rerolls. Okay, so 3, 4. Do you want to use one of the strats? It's
when I
after
fail
the
a
save, right?
Yeah,
so
so
5 wounds.
If
4
somehow
ups.
there's only one that's not
Yeah,
4.
you can do it. I think people will like to see it.
No, he's
No,
dead.
he's dead.
Does he boss?
Okay, so
No, he doesn't.
assassination
Very nice.
got there. Now, charges. I have 2 charges, sir. I'm going to charge here. Do you want to Overwatch?
Can't. I already did.
Oh, okay, it's one per
1 per 10.
1 to 10. Okay, I'm going to Overwatch here. I do have a CP, right? 1 left.
You have
only.
2.
2 left.
You have nothing.
Okay, so he's going to charge in. It's a 6. I do not know what I need, actually. Do you want to measure for me? I think it's more than a 6. I think it's a 7. It is a...
At least a 7. And
It's a 7, yeah.
7?
Yeah.
So a 7.
Reroll. That is an
It's
8.
a 7, at least. So yes.
So he's in. And then I'm going to actually charge the Contemptor into this
The spawn. Okay.
weird thing. That is a 7. I think he's in.
Yeah, sure.
Do you want to check?
Yeah. So I mean, just that gets the base to there. We could just check off camera if we manage.
Okay, yeah.
'cause,
If not, we come back for this fight. We are back, and sadly, only one of the Contemptors is in. So it's good that we rechecked that, because it was an inch away. I needed an 8 to get into charge race. So only one's gone in. 5 attacks here, hitting on 3s. Missed with 3, but I do have 1 CP, so I might as well reroll 1.
Okay.
And then you do, if there's a cheeky little...
Yeah, so
Perk with them,
T-Suns
right?
T-Suns have, if your strength is higher than the toughness, it's -1 to be wounded.
Okay, so 3's to wound instead of 2s.
Yeah, instead of 2s.
And that is a 1. So
Alright.
2 wounds. And minus is 2 only, not
So,
3. It's
well,
gone
4
down
up either
as
way.
well. 4 up, okay.
We good?
Both passed. Lovely. So now you have a
coming.
lot of 1 billion attacks.
Yeah.
So let's pile in. Let's do all the hits and all the wounds off camera. We'll come back to show you how much it actually... How many actually have gone through? Okay, like magic, we're back. We've done all the swords off camera. These are only 4 have gone through. Minus is 2. So I have 5 ups here. They all go through. Damage is 2,
down to
but obviously down to 1 because I am a Redemptor.
Yes.
So 4 go through, 6 left, and we do have the Sorcerer
So
and
we'll
the
start
Champion
with
to do.
the champ. So he has 4 attacks,
Lovely.
hitting you on 3s. Lethal hits here.
Okay,
And then this is strength 6, so winning on 5s.
nice.
Nope.
Okay, so
there's
just 1 minus 1.
D3 damage.
It's a 4, it's a 5, so it's a
Good.
plus.
And then the leader has 5 attacks with his force weapons.
This is the character, right?
Yeah,
the attached character.
The character leader man.
Okay,
Yeah. He is hitting you on 3s, 1 lethal hit, and 2 hits.
lovely.
And strength 6 again, so 5s. So just 1.
Just 1.
My AP 1.
4 up, that's a pass as well.
There we go.
Okay, so that's the end of that. Now, I'm going to be honest. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be another brutal turn 4. Because can you fall back and do all the flame things and stuff?
Well, I mean, I can't fall back, but I could just turn off your saves here.
Yes.
And then +1. I'll be only rerolling
The
once to
problem
you.
is that, look, that Eradicator is going to go. Because obviously you will snap split fire. I've just got 2 Redemptors left.
Yeah.
Is it enough to do the damage? They are quite tough, right?
Quite tough. They're quite
Let's
tough.
check points.
What,
Shall we check
what are the
points?
points? What are the points coming?
Let's check,
Let's
and we'll come back in just. Okay, we are back, and at the beginning of turn 4, which is what we wanted to see what the points was, it is 63-38.
Yes.
Now, apart from that, we have been deliberating, we've been talking about what can happen, and it actually is quite brutal.
Yes.
Remember that you can fire into vehicles even if they're combat. That's a new 10th edition rule. Flamers will
Only
be
a -1 to hit, but
flamers auto hit.
And I'm
So,
+1 to wound, so wound
we've calculated really quickly. He will probably very easily remove those 6, apart from some extra
So yeah,
mortal
my
wounds and
plan
stuff.
is he will move there to get within range of the objective.
Yes.
They will move up, so he can then shoot Dread.
Yes.
And anyone else that's in range. The
Okay.
Wound Flamer squad with +1 to wound will just all into the Dread because he's got 6 wounds left.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't die, he then gets the punch into me, but then I get to hit him, and I'm just going to spend the 9 Cabal points to turn off your armor saves.
Let's remove this, because this is what would happen, right? Now, for your cards, you have got Teleport
so
Homer.
I got Teleport Homer and Attempting Target.
Yeah, Attempting Target, I chose this one.
Yeah.
And this guy.
So he could go there. Now, we're both the same OC,
Yes.
so like I would have to possibly change my mind for that, but I would probably, instead of doing that, just have him deploy Teleport Homer.
Yes.
Because I have to do that
on here, right?
within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield.
Perfect.
So he'll do the
reverse moonwalk onto there.
But I would keep attempting target because I would be able to get that my next turn.
Exactly.
So
the only problem is you wouldn't be able to probably kill him, right?
The Redemptor wouldn't be able to kill, but I don't think I need to kill him.
No, not at that point.
And you know that I wouldn't need to kill him. I'm saving my CP because you'll have to deal with 3 squads, and I will still next turn a few armor saves. Because right now, in terms of Cabal, you get to kill my character, but I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm still getting 10 Cabal points.
10 Cabal points. Okay, so let's quickly point to the point. So you would probably get Teleport Homer.
Yeah, for sure. No, I will be getting
for 3 points. And then we would go into my turn. I would be scoring 1.
Actually, wait. I'd be able to do it into your deployment, right? Because your deployment is the corner there.
Yes, but which one would you do on?
He would still move into your deployment rather than doing the center.
But don't you have to do it on an objective?
No. It says you within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield, or of your opponent's deployment zone. You get 3 if you're using center of the battlefield, or 5 if you're using the opponent's deployment zone.
Okay, so you just have to do it on my deployment zone.
Yeah, I just do the action in your deployment, or action, whatever, in your deployment zone.
Okay, perfect. So you get another 5. Now, if we move on to my turn and we have the Redemptor and the Eradicator still there, so I would score 4 for having 1.
Yep.
My 2 cards would be Teleport Homer and would be a Storm Hostile Objective. So quite tough to get. So we can actually call it there 68-42.
Yeah.
No point in going on because, as we've seen, for every turn, these 2 units are just going to target something, and that target is no longer going to be there.
Yes.
So
once you turn off the save,
I'll take my hand out. We'll call it a game there. Tight game in points, actually, more than what I thought. But obviously, a brutal onslaught of killing spree from the Thousand Suns by needy tabling me on turn 4. Probably tabling me on turn 5.
It depends. I would turn off your saves there if I still have 9 Cabal.
I think you can do it. Possibly. Okay. Anyway, I think we can talk about it all in the end of game conclusion. Absolutely. Coming right up.
So there it is, the end of the game. Victory for the Thousand Suns. Vengeance for Prospero, yeah.
I just hate that it's chaos. I just hate it's chaos. Like, any victory for chaos just hurts.
Zinch,
hurts that little bit more. It's still chaos.
I'm pledged to Zinch. I'm pledged to
Zinch,
you know.
You are, really. You do play Zinch Demons.
Zinch is my god.
It is. Anyway, game-wise, obviously 2 new armies, still new to 10th. Yep. There's a lot of experimenting to do. I think that my list, it would have helped much more if I went first. Just be very aggressive. Even if I wouldn't have made those long charges, I would have just been on you. So you would have only had 1 turn to deal with my army and deal with my units. I've seen some positive things in Space Wolves. I think Thunderwolf Cavalry are amazing.
They're very good, yeah.
They're very, very good. Everything advancing charge, I still think, and I know, I said it in my introduction, that the Gladius Strike Force I just think is better than the Space Wolves, just by a long margin. This is why it's a big problem, because it's not, they're nearly there. No, the Strike Force is just much better.
Think, right? If you didn't have the Strike Force, like, you wouldn't even have, like, an ability.
Exactly.
The stuff like you just don't have something.
And it would have been so difficult for me to do those sagas as well. Apart from that, like, for Space Wolves in general, it's so good to be able to fall back and charge things like Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Fall back charge, advance and charge.
Advance and charge. It's just built for Space Wolves and Blood Angels.
Well.
You know, so it's very confusing.
And you still get the strap for Lance as well, because we were talking, I remember...
We still get it because you can still use it, yeah. You still, the Space Wing, the Gladius Strike Force brings
well,
one anyway. So, yeah, it's I'm going to go home with a lot of scratching my head and things like that I've done wrong or haven't done, but Thousand Suns.
Yeah.
Now let's talk briefly. We saw Art of War, which we are both fans of, doing the what do you call
tier
it?
list.
The
They did
tier
tier
list,
list.
right? And at one point till the very, very end, Thousand Suns were at the very, very top with what do they call it? They call it those the top
This is
tier
not
call-
okay.
This is not something like that. This
So
is
I think it was it was something.
it was something
hilarious.
funny. Like,
S plus, basically.
yeah, basically.
Right?
No, it was more than S plus, isn't it?
No,
Or
the-
S plus is that one.
Eldar was an S plus,
Yeah.
and then T-Suns was for
Yeah.
a bit, right? Basically,
Exactly.
they're not on the level of Eldar, but they have them as one of the top armies in the
Yeah.
game, and I would agree as well.
Yes.
Um,
It's just that, like, you've seen it in this game. Every turn it was like, one CP was, everything was rerolling to it and to wounds, which is a great stratagem.
It's a great strat. It's psychic weapons, but then you could just make that on bolters. and-
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not very
So
effective.
you
when
need to spend 2 CP.
Yes, but you can
constantly.
make one for free with
Yes.
your cabals.
With
So
your,
arguably it's only
or your
one.
sorcerer attached to it, right? Or
No, the
your-
cabals. The cabals.
The cabals is
Cabals
what
make
makes it.
makes
Okay.
it free.
There was just so much happening, and that I'm confused with what within. But we saw the damage. Like, you don't have an armor save now.
That's the big
so
thing, yeah.
everything hitting to wounding, that's it. You go straight through unless you have an invulnerable save, which not everything has.
Yeah.
I spent so many points on that big squad of 15 Assault Marines, and they just vanished.
Yeah, they're just because when you turn off the armor saves, then you have we want to wound +1 wound like the flamers, right?
Yeah.
That'll just delete anything. Just kill out.
Just kill
a
anything.
bad roll, because arguably the first roll I rolled for the war flamers was not that good a roll.
Yeah.
Just kill 10 marines.
Yeah,
just
straight
flat
up.
out kill 10 marines.
Off.
Without anything else, and that is crazy.
Yeah.
And then you add in the Doom Bolt, we only saw Doom Bolt a little bit, but you can
Twice.
do it twice.
Yeah, you nearly killed a unit
Of eliminators straight up.
eliminators and
A
half
kill
a unit of eradicators. Yeah.
And Doom Bolt you could do twice, because I had the guy with Lord of Forbidden Law, so you
Yeah.
can do Doom Bolt, and
Yeah.
that could do on average 2d3 plus 6 smaller wounds, right? Which is
Devastating.
ridiculous.
And I was going to say devastating, pun intended.
Devastating wounds as
Devastating
well.
wounds across the army.
Yeah.
Is so good. Like, there were so many times where it's smaller wounds. So, it's just devastating. I know that you can still take your invulnerable saves against mortal wounds, right?
No, okay, smaller wounds,
not. You take invulnerable saves against
against the turn off
armor save, which is good.
Twist of Fate.
Twist of Fate.
It's good you do that, but when you have a unit that is like a 2-up save in cover with Arm of Contempt, and you
Yeah.
just go no save.
That's it. Done. And talking about devastating wounds, that was what I was leading into. It's like when you're targeting things with invulnerable saves, suddenly it's like, here you go, there's 7 mortal wounds. So
It
it's
just
like,
adds up all the time.
whatever. Yeah,
You know?
so I think it's something that they need to look at. 2 things. I think devastating wounds or mortal wounds has to be capped.
I
Because
agree.
what I see is that there's just so many mortal wounds everywhere. I'm not talking only about Thousand Suns. There's so many synergies with other armies that there's
Certain pointy-eared army.
yeah, pointy-eared armies, and they fixed Death Watch at least.
fixed them, God.
But there's just so much. So maybe cap it at 5 or 6 mortal
6
wounds.
is like 6
is
per
the
unit.
is the average.
Should just be the case.
Yeah.
Like 6 per unit, because
So cap devastating wounds or mortal wounds at 6 per unit. The other thing as well is they really need to fix that unit where you don't have any armor saves. It's far too strong. I personally think that at the end of 9th, where we saw a lot of weapons, that they were just ignoring armor saves, ignoring invulnerable saves, high strength, high AP, where you're just removing models. Things like that, I personally think that are not good for the game. It shouldn't really happen. And they've taken that off, those guns off, and now they've incorporated something like this where I was just removing things that had nothing to do.
yeah, Twist of Fate in 9th used to be a psychic power where you turn off invulnerable saves.
Yeah.
Now they've just made it a
Strong.
Cabal thing, which you can do for free with Arrowman, you could do it twice, whatever, and it's just turn off saves.
So strong.
And unless you're playing demons,
Yeah.
you're gonna find something
Just
good to
keep
shoot
the
into,
whole.
right?
Just keep the whole ignore invulnerable saves.
Yeah, and I had no lascans. Imagine just I would have bought something like, I don't know, a Forge Fiend or something that
Yeah.
has good anti-tank, or something with like a las cannons. You just turn off the saves of the Dreadnought,
Yeah.
and you
Or-
just go lascans in there.
Or if you
something
want
like
to
that,
do
you know?
something like anything that targets that unit has an extra AP, which makes
It should be something like that, like increasing the AP or worsening the save by a bit, but not just removing it.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
it's too much.
Yeah.
So
It should be jinxed. It should be like armor saves and invulnerable saves
Yeah.
are reduced by 1.
Yeah.
That would be good.
It has. Anyway, we've got a little tester of both armies.
Yes.
I would like to play the Space Wolves again against an army that I think they would do better. I think matchup-wise, with all the mortal wounds, ignoring the saves and all that, didn't really work well for the Wolves. So I want to test them again. I think we should put
Happy to challenge you with
the
anything.
Thousand Suns against maybe Eld or something, see how that performs.
Tough.
But look, early days again, guys. So we're testing things out. Hope you're enjoying it anyway. And if you want more content like this, or just support us, that's something that's really important. It's not only about getting extra content, but it's about supporting us at the same time. You can click the join button. If you don't see a join button, because some countries don't have it, there is a link down below to SM Plus, which grants you extra content. And yeah, there's going to be a lot more content of 10th edition dropping in there. And at the same time, like we've already stated, it will be supporting us at the same time. Also, Discord is for free. Link is below as well. Join us on Discord. There's a lot of talking now about 10th and all these shenanigans that are coming out. We also talk about the post battle reports as well of what's happened and all that. So a lot happening. So join us there. With that said, that is the Wizard and myself for today. We'll catch you in the next battle report coming very soon.
Bye.